What's it all about? Goldie. Yeah. Anyway, I think there's porno everywhere. Did you hear Nick Hagman? Anyway, did we give away all the Heat tickets?
Yeah, we're cool.
Hey, I wonder what Neil thinks of the Heat. They're owing,
Roy!
Yeah. Anyway.
They suck.
Yeah,
Are you really doing stand-up at Uncle Funny's tonight?
Yeah.
That's the rumor I'm hearing.
You gonna go, Neil?
No. Oh. I'm going to the track.
He's going. Tell him what I did with you this morning.
Did I tell you about my movements the other day? 2 loose lot tracks. Or as they say in the sales department, 2 loose lot dreck.
Or they say thunder sticks.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
have the Exacta in the fifth, 69.
No, it's not the Exacta. It's the Daily Double, 6 and 9. I'm betting you a double.
Oh, all right.
What you know about the track, you could stick in your left ear and have room for the beast left over.
Oh,
and by the way, Beast,
that's a cavity.
Tell that kid to learn some mic technique, will you? If you could hear his levels, we're just about jumping off the chair every time he opens up. The Beast.
What do you mean levels?
You're too freaking loud,
well,
man.
I don't run the board.
Was it
Grieper
Grieper
runs the board.
Well, like I said, it's Grieper's got you cranked up too loud. Well, Grieper's an asshole anyway.
Yeah, he's a communist.
Anything to sabotage the show on the station.
It's part of that Bush agenda, I think. It's that right-wing fascist agenda. Because you're a Jew, so that right off the bat he's trying to make you look bad. Even though, of course, you're not the same brand of Jew as he is, you know?
Yeah, he's a different kind of Jew.
Yeah. Self-hating, like Adolf Schicklgruber, that kind of Jew.
When are you going back to Toronto?
Soon, very soon. It's been nice seeing you, but too much of a good thing is too much, you know what I mean?
Man, do they tip over for you at
Hell of
this
a game
place?
last night, baby. I'm going to tell you, that was a nice effort.
I just had Nicholas Hagman on. He said
I want to tell you what a rocket scientist, your close associate friend who's sitting in the other room here, Scott. I heard him listening to it, so I walked in there to listen to the interview, and I said, "Who is that? Is that Nick Hagman or Pavel or Valerie Bure?" He says, no, it sounds Canadian." I said, sounds Canadian? The guy's got the heaviest European accent.
He's Finnish.
Yeah. And plus it's one of the guys who scored a goal last night, which anybody who was paying any attention knows that Hagman and Bure are two of the guys that scored goals. No, but he said a boot. He said a boot. He's Canadian, I think. And I'm looking at this man like, how am I sitting in here with this guy on the other side of the glass all week long?
He says
Thanks a lot for him, by the way. We really appreciate it.
He says
brother.
he likes,
What'd you do, get him out of Bellevue when you came down here?
Actually,
you must have.
I got him out of Belmont.
No, seriously, he's a crazy person. He's just a lunatic.
He's delusional.
He's sitting in there listening to Petula Clark records cranked up so loud, even louder than Grieper's got the Beast microphone.
Hey, Nicholas Hagman said that he likes porno all over the world.
Can I tell you, with all due respect, he scored nice, lucky, he's right, it was a lucky bounce last night, but he's a stiff. In fact, the two guys I just mentioned there, Val Bure and Nick Hagman, they're both stiffs. I mean, we're delighted to see a great effort last night and all that other stuff, but one game doesn't make a career, Mr. Dud.
Hey, how about a contest today, a poll, who has a worse floor mat, Mo or Dudley?
That's coming up soon. But today's poll is going to be about the worst coach in pro or college history, the worst coach ever.
I'm going to Joe's.
You think Wonsdale will get some votes? Yeah, I heard you're schmearing some freebies over there, too. I heard you.
I'm going to Joe's today for the first time.
I can't wait till your autobiography comes out, Life as a Freebie. Boy, you make the rest of us look like pikers. You sure learn fast.
I thought it was Howard's.
What about
Nah, Howard's not in the same league with this guy. Are you kidding me?
Well, if Mike Lupica can write a book, Red Zone, and make millions from Putnam Books, I'm thinking the Tales of My Rectum by Pharrell.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Rectum.
Well, have Beast write the forward. He's big on that.
Beast loves Ish.
When you got an ass that big.
You know what Beast told me he wanted to do this
expert.
morning? He wanted to lube up Kellen Winslow and just finish.
I heard that he and Josh Friedman used to dance cheek to cheek in the bullpen. That's what I heard.
I don't like cheese, man.
Josh Friedman now works with your boy up there at that Live, what is it, 85 or something?
Live at Slime 85?
That's where he went.
Oh, yeah.
He's up there with your boy.
That's big time. Norma Kent was giving me a song to dance about how Slime 85 was going all sports and they're going to do this and going to do that. And by the way, Norma, where were you at the hockey game last night, you losing faggot?
Yeah.
Where the hell were you?
He was probably at the Rub and Tug.
Yeah, he was probably at the baths, Club Baths.
Club Baths. Mm-hmm. Did they put little pearls in the water?
No, little boys.
Hey, now. I love that. I better run. I got to go work on some baseball tricks.
Yeah, go have the runs. And by the way, you're going to be at Uncle Funny's tonight?
Yeah, I'll be at Uncle Funny's.
Everybody in town is for spreading this rumor that you're going to be doing stand-up at Uncle Funny's tonight.
Yep.
God, you know Art Carney, man, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, listen, I am no Art Carney. I'm no comedian.
Yeah.
I'm in big trouble.
So what are you going to be doing there?
Hopefully everyone there will bring me a present. I'll get a bunch of freebies.
Okay, have a great time.
Thanks a lot, Neil.
See you at Uncle Funny's.
I wish you'd go, but thanks for the plug anyway.
Don't forget 6 and 9, baby.
I'll be there from 8 to 10.
Say goodbye.
Sagaki sucks, okay? You've seen the trial on CNN. Now, the TV movie America's been waiting for. Ralph and Ellis Cramden star as John and Lorena Bobbitt in Love Hurts.
I'm warning you, John. Don't push me too far.
That's a laugh, Lorena. I'm the king in this castle. The K-I-N-G, king. I'm the one with the penis in this house.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm tired of talking. I had a hard day driving a bus. Now I'm going to take a nap, and I don't want to be disturbed. What was that? Oh, she cut my penis off!
Hey, Johnny boy, what's all the screaming in here?
Oh, help me, Norton. She cut it off!
Cut you off from sex again, huh?
I don't have anything to have sex with! You gotta get me to a hospital. Any hospital, hurry!
Hey, Johnny boy, looking for you. That animal clinic was right down the street.
So you think I'm lucky, huh? You think I'm lucky, do you? Well, take a look at this, Norton.
What's wrong with that? I think that elephant's trunk looks kind of cute down there.
Oh, you do, huh? Hand me that Playboy.
Hey, Johnny boy, want a peanut?
10:06 at 560 WQM. We hate to start on a negative note, don't we?
No.
Well, we will anyway. Art Carney dead at 85. Nobody didn't like Art Carney, I'll tell you that right now. One of those few people, everybody loved Art Carney. What's not to like? Even the punks liked Art Carney because they kept showing the Honeymooners over and over again on all the punk channels, like on the Nostalgia Network, all that stuff. Art Carney, who played Jackie Gleason's sewer-working pal Ed Norton in the TV classic Honeymooners and went on to win the 1974 Oscar for the Best Actor in Harry and Tonto, has died at 85.
He died?
Yeah. What's his name? Carney died in Chester, Connecticut on Sunday and was buried on Tuesday after a small private funeral. He'd been ill for some time. The comic actor would be forever identified as Norton, Ralph Cramden's bowling buddy and not too bright upstairs neighbor on the Honeymooners. The characters appeared in various forms from 51 to 56, and the show was revived briefly in 71. The show can still be seen on cable.
He died?
Yeah. With his turned-up pork pie hat and unbuttoned vest over a white T-shirt, Carney's Ed Norton, with his exuberant, "Hey, Ralphie boy," became an ideal foil for Gleason's blustery bullying Cramden. Carney won 3 Emmys for his role in First Taste of Fame. He's dead.
He died?
Art Carney. A lot of really nice people dying lately, you notice that? People that we like. Jimmy Stewart and Katharine Hepburn and Gregory Peck and all of these people. Like an epidemic. And now Art Carney.
He died?
Is dead at 85. We'll have a tribute to Art Carney today, won't we? Oh, we won't? Anyway, here's the poll we took. They don't care. It's just become commonplace. You know, people dying all the time. Famous people. Nobody ever has a good word to say about them. Nothing. Zero. Zippity-doo-dah. You think that all over America. Well, I mean, CNN was showing a few clips, some of the old Honeymooner clips. They were slapping each other on the ass saying, boy, that guy sure was funny, but he's dead. He's dead, Scott. And by the way, I think you're right. That was a Canadian that Pharrell had on there.
Sure.
Boy, you are. Seriously, they need to, like, stick a tube in your ear and, like, pump some information into your brain, like some kind of a lobotomy, anything.
They tried, but there was
an intracranial insert. Anyway, here's the poll we took yesterday on NeilRogers.com on our World Flaming website. Sexually, who are the hottest people in the world, we asked yesterday. Now, we did finally get around to put a Puerto Ricans on there because I realized that Eric hadn't been listening at that point. He was having, like, a Reuben sandwich. But they didn't do all that great. So if anybody's going to say, well, the Puerto Ricans had a handicap, yeah, big ass is what you're talking about. It's hard to walk upright when you have a big, heavy ass that weighs 80 pounds. But they didn't do all that great. They were like in the middle of the pack. 1,273 votes. Who's the sexiest of them all? Brazilians, 311. Americans, a distant second. Boy, some of us have to go to Brazil, I'll tell you. Check that out when in doubt. Huh? What is the big deal with Brazilians other than the fact that they're like all women? Or are they all men, but even the women are men? I don't know how that works. We'll find out. We'll check. Americans, 171. Colombians, 148. Trust me. Trust me. Italians, 141. Thais, as in let's go Taiwan on, 75. Venezuelans, 62. Russians, 60. The Irish, 59. Those pasty Irishmen got 59. Argentinians, 44. Danish, 43. The French, 35. Puerto Ricans, 27. Filipinos, 23. Dominicans, 20. Japanese, 19. Saudi Arabians, 12. Chinese, 12. Indians, 11. And look at this. Out of almost 1,300 votes, Panamanians got... Oh! Well, who the hell ever screwed a Panamanian anyway, right? Who even knows a Panamanian? See, one thing about Latinos from... I'm not talking about so much from España, because they talk with a lisp, a lot of them. But I'm saying like from Latin America, from like Central and South America, how do you know?
I thought there was just a big canal in Panama.
No, seriously. I mean, how do you know? I mean, Mexicans, that's the grease factor, I guess you can tell that. But like Central and South America, how do you know if somebody's from like Guatemala or Honduras or El Salvador or Panama? You wouldn't really know. Follow what I'm saying? How would you know? You wouldn't. So that's probably why Panama didn't do so great. They had a big... Out of 1,300 votes, you'd think somebody would say, oh, yeah, I once did something with a Panamanian. It was really super spectacular, but evidently not. So let's work on some Panamanians for next time. 11 past 10 at 560 WQM. How about those Panthers, baby? Oh! Man, were they hot last night. That was a great game. That was one of the finest. Well, it wasn't really a great game from the standpoint of being competitive, but it was very exciting. It was enjoyable. There was a tremendous intensity level. The Lightning are a very, very good skilled team. They got a lot of really outstanding young players. You saw last night just how outstanding like LeCavalier and Richards and Modine are, for example, and Stillman. They got some really good players. And, of course, Nikolai Khabibulin, even though he led in 4, he still made some phenomenal saves.
Roberto Luongo made save for save. I think he did.
No,
stand-up job.
Luongo played very good, like he always does. He's phenomenal, but he didn't. He only had like a few really difficult chances. Khabibulin made a lot of really great saves because the Panthers were on fire. The Panthers had the better scoring chances. They really did. But at any rate, see, listen. Anybody that's telling me that Nick Hagman is a Canadian, I'm going to listen to you. So what was I starting to say? So nice start there, Rick Dudley. We hope that you're the not the Antichrist, that you're like the God that the hockey gods have been looking for in this town, because it said 13,000 in the paper. There was a decent crowd there, 10, 11,000. We'll say 11. We'll be generous.
Okay.
Right. It wasn't bad for a middle of the week crowd, and people were very enthused with the effort. It was a nice effort. Now all we need is like 2 or 3 more real players, which are going to cost you some money, Alan. But I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see. Hoping for the best. 12 minutes after 10 at 560 WQM. Here's the best, and a lot of people are taking my word and checking this place out, and I'm happy for that. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill, because the food, according to Scott and George, is just spectacular. If you love seafood, you're going to love this place. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill is right in Coral Springs. They just celebrated their 1-year anniversary, and they got 3.5 big fat stars from the Sun Sentinel Showtime Dining Review. Gold Coast Seafood Grill's got lots of great specialty items on the menu that you'll love. Delicious things like mango plum salmon, almond-crusted mahi-mahi, orange honey-glazed sea bass, and crab and shrimp stuffed trout. There's a fantastic bar atmosphere at the Gold Coast Seafood Grill with an extensive wine and martini list, too. Big martinis enough to take a bath in during happy hour, only $5.50 from 4 to 7 p.m. every day of your life, 7 days a week. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill, where do you find it? I'm glad you asked. They're in Coral Springs at 2752 North University Drive inside the beautiful Walk Shopping Center. Call 954-255-FISH. For reservations and more information. You can dine inside or outside. Large parties, private functions are welcome too. So check out the best kept secret in lunch and dinner dining in all of South Florida. A fabulous place, the Gold Coast Seafood Grill in Coral Springs at 2752 North University Drive inside the prestigious Walk Shopping Center. The Gold Coast Seafood Grill, where you'll always find great seafood and great prices too.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
In the church.
Oh, Miss Ancamucho, I'm a Muslim baby, so why don't you kill me? Oh, Miss Ancamucho, I'm a Muslim baby, so why don't you kill me?
10:17 at 560 WQAM. Happy Wednesday to you. Even though Art Carney died, I'm sure that we're going to get a lot of calls about that, aren't we?
No.
Well, what's there to say? He's dead. He's 85. I guess 85 is old enough, unless you're my mother. Okay, here's the poll question today. We will be building this during the show today, in the midst of all this other good stuff. What pro or college coach or manager was the absolute worst of all time? Now, I realize that we have a lot of people out there who aren't into sports. We have people that are very angry because they even mentioned the fact that I went to the hockey game last night, so a lot of my good old friends, a lot of the old regulars, those of us who have stuck through thick and thin, 11 years of that stuff. A lot of them pretty bitter and sour, by the way, I should mention that. But it was really a glorious night. But it's just the way it goes. I mean, once in a while, especially with all the firings. I mean, Pat Riley quit before he could get canned. He was going to get fired. They still haven't won a game. Have they won a game? I think they lost again. They got walloped again last night, the pathetic Heat. You had your Mike Keenan get fired. Everybody thinking Dave Wannstedt might get canned, but he and Wayne had a very amicable discussion, and everything is kosher unless, of course, they lose another game like Sunday. What pro or college coach or manager was the absolute worst of all time is our poll question today. Naturally, we're putting Dave Wannstedt on there because just like Mo was saying this morning, why not blame him for everything in the world? Although Mo was really sucking up to him pretty good, which they do on this radio station because they suck up to all the coaches. God forbid anything should have ever said bad about Jimmy Johnson or anybody else, or certainly, God forbid, about the brainstem, the Shoesmeister. So I got a short list here. Dave Wannstedt, Lou Holtz. I still don't care about sports, Schmuck. That's got to be on there for the anti-sports crowd, George's friends. Terry Murray or Dwayne Sutter. Those are the few. And, of course, already on there you got like two hockey people. And most of our folks out there have no idea. They wouldn't know Terry Murray from Brian Murray or from Fred McMurray or from Arthur Murray. Remember Arthur and Catherine Murray? Of course you don't. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Now, what does that mean, downtown? On Line 9? Now, you know Line 9. See, I realize that you're dumb. There's no question about that, Scott. But this lunatic that keeps, I mean, how many times can you keep making the same mistake? That's my question. And obviously there's an infinite number. Here's downtown on Line 9, which we know it's not downtown. It's not anybody we want to talk to. Hello?
You suck ass.
See? There you go. 5670560. Now, and then you give me that grimace like, oh, what a surprise. Oh, my God, how disgusting. Yeah, like that. See? Why would anybody be surprised when it's always on the same line? It's like somebody holding up a sign, I'm a crank and an imbecile who calls 50,000 times a day, and nobody in the world would want to talk to me, especially anybody on the air, so let's put him on right away. That's Scott's philosophy. Here's a call from Hallandale. Hello?
Yes, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Rich Kotite.
Rich Kotite was outstanding.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you.
And thank you, and have a great day.
You too. Take care.
Okay, you too. Don't say you too. I don't like them. I can't stand their music. I don't like that Irish music. Not too crazy about Irish anything. I do like Irish Spring soap, though. It's got a little handle on it so you don't drop it. 5670560. We love the Panthers. They're just on fire. Da, da, da. Come on, let's go. Let's get some enthusiasm there. What do you say?
No.
Huh? Nice performance here last night, boys. Nice going. Of course, part of the problem being that even a maven like yours truly, I don't know half of the players on that team. I'm watching the game, and believe me, I watch a lot of it on the hockey package, whether I'm here or up in Toronto. I don't know half of the players on the team, and other people were saying the same thing. In fact, one of the old gentlemen, I say old because he's older than me, which is saying a lot, a nice guy sits in our section. He came by to talk, and he said, you know, other than Luongo when the game started, I didn't know the names of any of the players in the starting lineup. I didn't know who any of those people were. That's part of the problem, Alan Cohen, is there's no continuity there. It's just that somebody gets good and bye-bye, you know. Maybe somebody wants a little money, bye-bye. Very hard to cotton up to people when you don't know who they are, unless they're from Panama. Here's a call from Deerfield. Hello. Deerfield Beach. Going once. Going twice.
General.
Yes.
Barry Switzer's the worst coach ever.
Yeah, but he packs a mean piece. And have a great day. Barry Switzer. What a Yahoo. The big. Oh, are we going to get Butch Davis? Probably not, because there's no reason to put him on there, but I just like saying Butch Davis. We should have had him on our Yahoo poll last week. He is such a drooling. Not in the same class with Terry Bowden, though. Terry Bowden should have been the winner on that poll. Hands down your pants. I mean, there's no contest. Drooling redneck. Yeah, like that. Just like that. Oh, speaking of drooling rednecks, last night, did you notice? Were you there at the start of the game?
Sure was.
So before the game, it's Veterans Day, and I thought it was a nice touch. They announced the PA announcer, who sucks, by the way. The previous guy was great. But he announces, please, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to stand for the national anthem. But before we hear that, a moment of silence in honor of our veterans who've put their countries on the line, and many of whom died for this country. And most of us, we stand there and you bow your head like, you know, it's the thing to do. And there's a group of Tampa fans off to my right, down in the corner there. And, Hobby Boolin!
Yeah.
Hobby Boolin your ass, okay? We kicked your ass for nothing, you asshole rednecks from Tampa. Man, there's something wrong with Tampa. Let me tell you that right now. A bunch of inbred yahoos over there. There's something really wrong.
Tampa.
Exactly. You said it better than I could.
Tampa.
What else? Probably from Lutz and Temple Terrace. Hobby Boolin!
Heard him all the way up in the press box.
Yeah, oh, it was embarrassing.
It sure was.
And then during the national anthem, they're going to say, oh, Hobby Boolin! They're waving their, like, little lightning sticks or whatever the hell they had there. Stick it up your ass, you Yahoo redneck idiots, man. There's something, this state, you know, I complain a lot about Dayton, Broward, and Palm Beach even, and rightfully so. There's a lot of problems here, but boy, we are like a shining beacon of brilliance and democracy and everything compared to the rest of this state. That's why we have no casino gambling. That's why we have no nothing here. That's why education is like a laughing stock in this state. That's why we got Jeb Bush sitting up there in Tallahassee with his shoplifting wife or whatever else she's doing, her smuggling wife.
Go anywhere east of the beaches in Clearwater, and that's it. You might as well be in West Virginia.
Oh, brother.
And that's an insult to
West Virginia is like West Virginia is like Manhattan compared to most of the rest of this state. You ever been in Tueg?
Sure.
You ever been in Perry? You ever been in Pahokee or Okeechobee? We got people listening in Pahokee and Okeechobee. They got like an Edison cylinder up there. They're sitting there with their crystal set. Here's a call from Miami. Hello. Another one of Scott's friends. Deerfield Beach again. Hello.
Perry Clark.
Who is it?
Perry Clark.
Perry Clark. Who the hell's Perry Clark?
University of Miami basketball coach.
Now? Current?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put him down. I don't know who that is. I know Leonard Hamilton. He's a big fan of mine. See, I'm going to start having a gigantic ego. Perry, and I will be at Uncle Funny's tonight. Make no mistake about that. Am I going to be at Uncle Funny's?
No.
Just a joke. Just busting Pharrell's balls a little bit. See, I find it impossible to talk about him without adopting. I don't know why that is. You just can't. Even when he comes in, hey Scott, how you doing? You just adopt that same gravelly sound. Just one of those things.
It's pretty painful.
It is. Now, are we going to really do 3 calls in a row from Deerfield Beach? You got to be. This could be a record. Mark it down in the books, in the record books. Deerfield Beach. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
I think you just made history, sir. 3 consecutive calls. Real ones.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is unbelievable.
Dave Shula.
Dave Shula. Chula.
And Bobby Knight.
Only one per customer. Bobby Knight was not a bad coach. He was just an asshole. Come on, straighten yourself out, pal. He was just an asshole, like to beat up on the kids a little bit. Bobby Knight wasn't a bad coach. Would anybody say he's a bad coach?
Pharrell would. He kicked him out.
I don't care what Pharrell would say, okay? This is not, see, you gotta extricate your brain from that show, okay? He's wonderful and great and a good friend of yours and all these other things and probably crazier than you are if that's possible. But we're on another show now. Bobby Knight, we're talking about the worst coach of all time. Would I even waste the penmanship to put that down? And by the way, Eric, I would fax you some, during the breaks, I'll fax you the latest bunch.
Bobby Knight kicked him out of the
bananas.
student center at IU.
Well, it's like I said, I like Bobby Knight. Except for the fact he was an asshole. He kicked him out for what? Just for being him?
Said something nice to
He
him.
probably said, hey, Bobby, you suck.
Something like that. Something really tactful.
Hey, Bobby, beat up the kids again, will you, Bobby?
And he probably just kicked his ass right out. Don't blame him. The worst pro or college coach or manager, I can't vote yet. No, I will vote. Because the one that I would pick is already, I think, on there. I'm not going to vote for a hockey guy. We could put some hockey people on there to so damn many hockey coaches. How about, what was the guy, Tom Watt? But nobody knows who that is. I'm putting down Lou Holtz is who I'm putting down. Not just because he was an awful coach, which he was. Nice job with the Jets, by the way, Lou. But he's just such an asshole. He's just such another slimeball, another rednecky, he does, what are those spots he's doing now? Some kind of TV spots.
Who's that?
Lou Holtz. You haven't seen those spots?
Yeah, I just can't remember.
Oh, some kind of scummy crap. Oh, look at that. We love the Dolphins. Come on, let's hear the song. Let's play it. They're on fire, man. They're on a bandwagon. They just hopped off that Marlin bandwagon. And now let's hop on the Dolphin bandwagon with Old Babe Wanstead.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal as no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control.
So there you go. Wanstead is tied with I Still Don't Care About Sports, Schmuck, with 16 votes apiece out of the first 37. Lou Holtz got 4. Dwayne Sutter's got 1, and Terry Murray has got the big. I'll tell you one thing, the players hated Terry Murray, but they hated Dwayne Sutter even more, which is saying a lot, because Terry Murray is one of the most obnoxious people who ever came down the pike. A man with a personality like, you see this pen? It's got more personality than Terry Murray. They hated him, but they hated Dwayne Sutter even worse. 1027 at 560 WQM if you want a really fine place that you'll not hate, but you'll love. Vic and Irv's from Rochester, New York. Since 1934, they've been serving up great chow in Rochester. And why do you care about that? Because right here in South Florida now, they're doing the same thing. You find the South Florida version of Vic and Irv's on Federal Highway, just south of Broward Boulevard in the tunnel on the east side. And Vic and Irv's is a legitimate, honest-to-goodness flashback in time to what outstanding restaurants used to be before the fast food joints came along. Well, did you see that thing about McJob? As the Webster Merriam-Schwartz Jones dictionary put McJob in the new contemporary lingo as a word,
What's
McJob,
the,
meaning a job where like yours. You have a McJob, not a real job, but a McJob after like McDonald's, working menial job for like minimum pay. And McDonald's sued them and tried to get them to take it out of the dictionary, and they said, no. And so the dictionary people won. So have a good time on your McJob. Anyway, if you're tired of eating that McCrap, here's the answer. Vic and Herbs, brought to you in Fort Lauderdale by the same guys who feed you Cheeseburger. They use the same fresh 100% ground chuck meat as Cheeseburger. They offer you an incredible big fat one, too. A big quarter-pound hot dog, the likes of which you've never had in your mouth before, or maybe you have. And they have a great breakfast menu at Vic and Herbs, too. They got your great omelets cooked to order, French toast, pancakes, all your favorite side dishes, too. So if you want a fresh, delicious meal made the old-fashioned way, Vic and Herbs is the place you'll always find it. You'll find them on Federal Highway, just south of Broward Boulevard on the tunnel on the east side. Be sure and tell them that old Rochester area Neil Rogers from the 12 Corners sent you by to prestigious Vic and Herbs.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Oh! And when you're switching pictures, costs us the game. It's clear that as a manager, you are quite lame.
Yes.
Just walk away, Renee. We can't stand you managing the Marlins no more. Your brother's a douchebag, and both of you have girls' names. Go back where you came. Wayne should send you back to Seattle, where it always rains. Then he can get Don Zimmer with the plate in his brain. Just walk away, Renee. We can't stand you managing the Marlins no more. Your brother's a douchebag, and both of you have girls' names. Go back where you came.
10:33, and by the way, Fat Boy's friend Dave, don't waste any more of my fax paper. I'm not reading your faxes. I'm not interested in you or Fat Boy or any of your other crap. Don't even think about coming in here and go away. I'm serious. There are some people out there who need to be captured with a big butterfly net. There really are. Well, you've already discovered that. And you're one of them. 59 votes on there. I still don't care about sports, schmuck. 24. I like that. Dave wants that 20. Oh, come on. Now you're picking on poor Dave. He was such a big success with the Bears. And just because he's lost a few games here and doesn't know whether to scream or eat a banana. Lou Holtz has got 8. He's an idiot. Dwayne Sutter 4, Terry Murray 3. And I just faxed some more to Eric to get some more names on there. Here's a fax that says, hey, Neil, maybe you should add to the poll question, which coach or announcer is the, see, they gotta pick on my good buddy Mo all the time, is the worst or biggest asshole. I bet Mo Howard would win hands down.
Absolutely.
No question. It says, hey, Wayne, buy out Dave wants to, while you're at it, make up for awful Dave, buy out Mo so we don't have to listen to his sorry ass no Mo.
Absolutely.
P.S. Neil, you can't have any poll and leave out Mo. I hate his ass. I heard him ripping you this morning. Well, I don't really care what he says about me, because the good news is it's the third straight day that I've been here and managed to miss him at 8:15 or whatever the hell it is. In fact, I come in a little bit later each morning because I don't want to break my lucky streak. He don't want to see me. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to smell him. I don't want to know from him, okay, in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Good. Stay the hell away, Mo. I hate you like poison. Dave Campo, Dallas Cowboys. Okay? There's a choice. I just better write these down. Because now I find myself in the unenviable position of doing like 16 different jobs in here. That's okay. You're getting paid the big bucks, and you're right about that. Oh, the Denver fan was doing so well. He was on a roll. I guess his brains are coming unscrambled after the Patriots kicked their ass, after Tom Brady threw that late touchdown pass to win the game in the fourth quarter. Denver fan says, I'm not sure who the coach was for the 1916 Cumberland team. Maybe you can get that moron assistant of yours to look it up. No, he's not capable of doing that. Well, you probably should know this anyway. The coach of the 1916 Cumberland team. Cumberland what? Cumberland, Maine? Well, what does that mean? It said it was so bad they lost to Georgia Tech 222-0, the worst college defeat ever. Coach Heisman had to agree to shorten the game 3 minutes to end the game sooner. Please find the name for the coach and you find your winner. Well, that doesn't make him the worst coach. Maybe he had no talent. Maybe it was a girls' school, like some of the teams that the Hurricanes beat up on. A girls' team, like Temple or Vassar or Yeshiva, some of those little girls' team like the Hurricanes are fond of beating up 85-0. But anyway, Renee Latchman, we got him on the list now. Back in those awful Marlin days, boy, those were the days, weren't they? Walk away, Renee. And yes, I did just play the Classic for you, and thank you very much for reminding us, bringing those painful memories back. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We're going to have a van hit tomorrow. And I guess if I had any brains, I'd look on there and see where the hell it's going to be, because I don't have a thing from Miguel yet. He wasn't here earlier, but he's busy servicing Doreen now till 11:30. So I'll find it on here. It's on our prestigious website. Where the hell is it? Miguel will be tomorrow, Thursday, November 13, noon to 2, at the Marine Max Boats, 700 South Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. The van will be there. We'll have all our Best in Deal merchandise, including. And does he also take the cups and the mouse pads out when he goes out on these things or not?
No, we haven't had them available.
Why not? Because they're really neat.
Those were the first I've seen of them.
For anybody who's seen the CD cover this year with my farting on Moe's grave, which is a beautiful thing. What the hell is that?
That's your phone that they just repaired.
Oh. I don't understand. What's going on there? Oh, what was I just saying? I don't know if they have those out there, but they really should, because the mugs and the mouse pads. Anyway, I'll have our Best Deal merchandise there tomorrow. They worked on that thing. They shouldn't have diddled with it. It was working fine when I left here yesterday. Now it's all screwed up, the fax machine.
They worked on it yesterday?
Doing what? You just got through saying that.
Oh, I thought that was the phone. That was the fax machine?
Tucker faxes and says, I'm just going to pretend you're not in there. Can I get a curtain, please? Can somebody please draw the curtain so I just can pretend that there's nobody in the other room? Tucker says this might not, what did he say? Do we have those things or not? Miguel will know.
Those are online only.
They're online only. Well, why is that? Oh, we don't have access to them?
They print them while they're ordered. As they're ordered, I mean.
Oh, I see.
Absolutely.
What do you mean well, how do you print a coffee mug? Well, what does that mean? They print them as they're ordered?
They make them as they're ordered. Somebody orders them, they make them, and they send it to them.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
And even the mouse pads?
Correct.
Well, that's a good idea. That means we don't have to waste any time. Now, how long do you have to stick this in the kiln before it finally, about 6 months?
No, they deliver in about 2 or 3 days.
In 2 or 3 what?
Days.
Days?
Uh-huh.
Great. So go online on neilrogers.com, and when you click that thing on with Abandoned Pet Rescue, don't just get the CDs and the keychains. That'd be funny. But all the other good stuff is really good-looking stuff. Yeah. All of these things, right. Anyway, Tucker says this might not qualify because of his past success, but he's about a stubborn old fart. And see, Joe Paterno, I don't like Joe Paterno. I can't stand him. But how can he be the worst coach of all time when he's won all of those games, when Penn State's won national championships, when they've won all kinds of bowl games? I mean, it's just, Tucker, I think you're wearing that bow tie a little bit too tight. Come on, Tucker. I'm going to pretend you didn't send me that fax, okay? We're not asking you which coach do you dislike the most. That'll be tomorrow. Oh. And I bet you Dave wants that when hands down your pantaloonies, baby.
Oh.
No question about it. They hate him. They hate you, Dave. What have you done for us lately? But what's the difference, really, when you come right down to it? Because the last several years of his tenure, Schuler was senile. There was no question, the brainstem. And then, of course, Jimmy Johnson sold everybody a big bill of goods. If he could coach as good as he talks, boy, he talks a good game, you know? And I do also want to say this. I'm never, ever going to watch 1 minute of those NFL pregame shows. You really have to be a moron to watch that stuff.
Absolutely.
There's Terry Bradshaw, who already is a moron. He's sitting on there playing grab ass with everybody else sitting around that set on Fox with Howie Long and those guys. And then if you don't like that, then you got Neon Dion. Seriously, the NAACP should be protesting against CBS for having Deion Sanders. He does a routine. He's like a slick-dressed Stephen Fetchit playing a pimp is what. In fact, I want to say, where's the yellow Cadillac, Dion? You know what I'm talking about on those pregame shows?
Missing,
I mean, that is nasty, that stuff he's doing, you know, with the fur coats and like a jive-ass you-know-what. You know, I don't want to say it. I will. No, it's horrendous. Like a pimp, like a low-class pimp is what you come across as. Who the hell needs to see that? Bad stuff. The NAACP, instead of wasting your time on bullcrap, go after CBS. Go after Jimmy the Greek again. 5670560, pound 5. I think my fax machine's screwed up now. I'm trying to fax Eric. Oh, it's finally connected now. Maybe Eric shoved some pastrami into his fax machine. That might be it.
No, he just called to say he got a blank page.
He got a blank page?
He said nothing came out.
Well, just relax. You're both a little bit too tense. Just knock it down a few notches. Relax. Everybody calm down. I'll take care of it. 19 till 11. Now, what does it say on there? One page sent. Okay, so I'll probably be getting another blank page momentarily. Just use them as wallpaper, Eric. It'll be a beautiful thing. 19 till 11 at 560 WQM. We got the Mad Dog, the Angry Hound.
All right.
He's coming up at 2 this afternoon. The Humper, I know Hank is going to be coming in here early, even though he's not on until 4. He won't come in early to see me. I haven't seen Hank in months and months and months. And I heard he lost an ounce or two as well. So Hank will be on 4 to 7 today. The Big O! And we apologize in advance. 7 to 10 tonight, the Big O. 10 to 2, it's Eddie K. and Joe and Mark overnight, 2 to 5 in the AM. And then my close best personal friend, Mo Howard David.
Absolutely.
In the AM with that pipsqueak Gildy. Well, it really offended me on a very personal level last night watching him on that screen at the arena. Gildy. He's just a little butt plug. Hey, if you're underpaid, if you're overworked, if your job isn't worth a piece of crap, here's the answer for you. Get yourself a new high-paying career. You don't have to take 4 years and go to college. How about 4 months? 4 months to change your life. Sounds like a good deal to me. Just call Fast Train toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. They can have you trained and certified for a high-paying computer network professional career or a high-paying medical services specialist career in as little as 4 months. Let me say it again. You heard me right. You can be fully trained and ready for a great new career, which means a big fat paycheck, a life in just 4 months. They offer you day, evening, and weekend classes. Fast Train also offers job placement assistance and even financial aid to people who qualify as well. So if you're tired of your nickel and dime job, if you're tired of working for a schmuck, here's the deal for you. Change your life by checking out Fast Train. 6 convenient locations in Florida, including 4 in South Florida, means there is bound to be one. The odds are pretty damn good. There's one close by you. So check them out on the web first if you like at fasttrain.com, and then make that call. Call them today. Tell them that Todd Dreck told you to call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Neil.
All right.
Amico, BP, Bechtel, Vanilla, Shell, Halliburton, Unical, Chevron, and GE. Northrop, Enron, MCI, WorldCom, Baker and Botts, KLR, and Gare McGee. Kellogg, Brown and Root, Carlisle and the Rendon Group, Murder Docs, Fox News, and Reuters, Sun Young Moon. Choice Point Democracy by Database Technologies, Chuck Hagel's Diebold, blocking out your vote. George Bush is a liar, exploiting 9/11 for a global empire. George Bush is a liar. Impeach the unelected White House occupier. Dick Cheney, Wolfowitz, Richard Pearl, another Dick, Andrew Card, Karl Rove, and Mark Racktick-Kicko. Neil Bush, Jeb Bush, George P. and Daddy Bush, Preston and Columba, Noel, not to mention Marvin. Oh! Trader Bob Novak, stab CIA in the back. Rumsfeld says all is well, another soldier dies. Outspoken Democrats, in the mail they get anthrax. Carnahan, Wellstone, dead before their time. George Bush is a liar, like all his corporate neocons with Nazi hard-ons. George Bush is a liar, and the sinister media, as you believe in him. George Bush is a liar. The song is something that'll never get on Clear Channel. George Bush is a liar, a traitor and an idiot and criminal piece of shit. George Bush is a liar, 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 liar.
It's 13 to 11 at 560. At least 22 people killed today in an explosion when 2 vehicles crashed the gate of one of the Italian military police headquarters in Nasiriyah, Iraq, coalition and Iraqi hospital officials be saying. 22 more dead people. The blast in the southeastern Iraqi city killed 14 Italians. They said 11 Italian military police and 3 soldiers died. A truck barreled through the gate, followed by a sedan, and one of them exploded. The coalition and Italian officials have said the car was carrying a detonator, but it wasn't clear whether the vehicle, the truck, or the 2 were packed with explosives, officials said. So there's people like innocent people who'd still be alive today if it weren't for all this insanity that's going on. But the public is sitting back going, like that. That's exactly what they're doing, and nothing's going to faze them. Also, a story that a couple of people mentioned yesterday. I think we had it on the website over the weekend, but it's worth mentioning again to show that this administration is all heart and really cares about our troops. The Bush administration is seeking to block money for U.S. troops tortured in Iraqi prisons in the 1991 Gulf War, said the New York Times on Monday. Last summer, a federal court ruled 17 soldiers were entitled to a share of the hundreds of millions of dollars of frozen Iraqi assets But in a court challenge the administration is winning but not eager to publicize, administration lawyers have argued those frozen assets are now needed for Iraqi reconstruction, and the judgment won last year should be overturned. In other words, don't take care of our troops who were tortured by the lunatics over there because we got bigger fish to fry. Former prisoner David Eberle, a returned Air Force colonel whose F-15 fighter was shot down over Iraq and who said his interrogators repeatedly pointed a gun at his head and pulled the trigger on an empty chamber, said he was surprised by the challenge. The administration wants $87 billion for Iraq, he said. The money in our case is just a drop of blood in the bucket. Officials at the Justice and State Department say the case cannot be allowed to hinder U.S. foreign policy and get in the way of the administration's multi-billion-dollar reconstruction effort in Iraq. Right. They're all heart, baby. Put your life on the line, and then we'll screw you in the back as best we can. What pro or college coach or manager was the absolute worst of all time? I still don't care about sports. Schmuck, 37. Good, excellent, nice work. You'll live a lot longer that way. Dave Wannstedt, 32. Terry Murray, 12. Good choice. Lou Holtz, 10. Dwayne Sutter, 4. Got some hockey people out there out of 101 vote. Rich Kotite's got a pair. Dave Campo, 1. Barry Switzer, 1. Barry Switzer's got 1. It's in his suitcase. Perry Clark's got 1. David Shula's got 1. And Renee Latzman's got none. See, the Marlin fans are basking in the glory of all that, the World Series victory, so we don't want to say nothing bad about Marlins past or present. Even John Henry, right? Even John Henry never stole a freight train, and he was a hell of a hoss, make no mistake about that.
I must be crazy. I must be nuts.
Yeah, you're right. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T.
You know, they got look.
And Verizon Wireless line. Here's a call from, now these you got to be making up. Deerfield again, that's 4 in a row. Deerfield Beach. I think everybody moved to Deerfield. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
This is Mike and Kendall.
It says Deerfield on here. I think he's just playing with me. Go ahead, Mike.
He's playing it all right.
He's playing with it.
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, today's mine.
Today's what?
Today's my birthday.
Is it really? How old?
53.
Oh, you're just a spring chicken compared to me.
Oh, well.
Wait till you get old like me, man.
You're as young as you feel.
When you start counting your bowel movements, then you'll know you're really getting old.
My worst coach is Lou Saban.
Lou Saban of the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
he
was pathetic.
And wasn't he down here for about 10 minutes?
Yeah, he was here too.
He was here for about 10 minutes, and then he left town in the middle of the night. Thanks a lot. Have a happy, pal.
Thanks.
See ya. Lou Saban. Boy, those bring back some really ugly memories. I'll tell you that right now. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. How about Terry Bowden? I don't know if he was any. Did he coach Auburn or something like that?
Yes, he did.
I don't know if he was a good coach or not. I'm not putting him really on there, but I can't get over the fact that there's such a thing. I was going to say such a person, but I wouldn't categorize him as a person. He's like a creature, like a munchkin, a rednecky munchkin. Boy, it's so exciting that Fix-It fixed the phone in here. Everything's working now. Nice going, Fix-It. You're the best, man. Oh! See, when somebody does good by me, I'll give them all the credit in the world. I'll go out of my way to sing their praises from the mountaintops. If we had any mountains here. Do we have any mountains?
No.
Well, I'll sing them from the Everglades. But when somebody crosses me, when somebody doesn't get the job done right, like George Corso, for example, who I hope breaks both legs next time, then I rip them an ass because they deserve it. Here's a call out there on the alley. Hello.
Yeah, I want to vote for Gary Faust, Notre Dame.
Gary Faust of Notre Dame, who, boy, I think that they put him on a crucifix, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
And probably a good choice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Notre Dame sucks. Boy, do we hate Notre Dame on this show or what? On this show?
No.
Oh, yes, we do. We hate Notre Dame. Come on, Larry.
Yes.
That's more like it. We despise Notre Dame. Like Ara Parsegian. Now, he's not on the list because he won a lot of games, but anybody connected with Notre Dame, you just want to... The only one I felt really sorry for, Terry, what the hell was his name? The guy that they fired right in the middle of this, Terry Brennan, was that it? He's no relation to George Brennan, who drives at the Meadowlands. What?
I know the Meadowlands.
Do you know George Brennan?
Heard of him.
Do you know John Campbell? Do you know Jackie Moe? All you got to know is Jackie Moe. Do you know Richie Silverman, good Jewish boy, like Jackie Moe? Anyway, what was I just saying? Terry Brennan. I think I'm going to put him on the list. Boy, the Pope, I think, came in personal and stuck it to him.
How about Dan Devine?
Dan Devine was awful. That's a good choice. Didn't he coach the Packers?
Yes, he did.
See, I know a little bit about this stuff. Those of you who think I don't know nothing about sports, I probably know more about it if I were taking all the sports together than all these so-called sports experts on his radio station. If you count my hockey knowledge and my harness racing and my thoroughbred knowledge, which is all from the past. But I'm telling you, I know a few of these things, and my memory is such that someday I might remember them, but I doubt it. How many bowel movements? I'll tell you one thing. What day was it? Let's see. Monday.
About 30, man.
And I'm not exaggerating. I'll tell you one thing. I set a world record. Guinness Book of Records, I'll be in there.
About 30, man.
Just look under crap. You'll see my picture. Here's the call. It says from Atlanta. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Pretty good.
Let's see. You're really onto something with this poll, but it's very difficult to think of a coach that, is just that bad because I want to give you the coaches I hate.
Well, you can tell me who you hate, but that doesn't mean they're eligible for the poll.
So, and that would be definitely Bill Parcells. But beyond that,
7-1, 7-2 with Dallas.
Yeah, he's a great coach,
7-2.
but what an asshole.
Yeah.
So the guy.
No, we're not asking who's the biggest
That's
asshole
right.
coach
That's
because
why
boy,
it's
that
tough.
covers a lot of territory.
That's why it's a tough poll.
Because then Bobby Knight would have to be near the top of the list, and Woody Hayes would have to be on there, guys like that.
Sure.
Bear
I
Bryant.
got to vote. I got to go hockey for you, and it's got to be Robbie Ftorek. Nice guy, lousy coach. Never made it in the NHL in either.
Now, Scott is mouthing me, New Jersey Devil. Like, I don't know who Robbie Ftorek is, okay? But why is he the worst coach ever?
Well, because he just never won anything. He got up there and he would choke, and he's a nice guy, but he just never did anything with either the Bruins or who else did he coach?
The Devils?
The Devils,
Right.
It's just nothing.
But he's the worst coach?
Well,
Is he worse than Tom Watt that coached the Leafs once upon a time? Is he Red Kelly that used to draw like diagrams of like bunny rabbits or whatever? I mean, I don't think so.
Okay. I'm not going to fight.
But you're depressed because of Bobby Cox. I know it. Have a great day, pal.
Take care.
He's in Atlanta. He's depressed because Bobby Cox is choking it all the time. If he's not choking at the ballpark, he's choking his wife at home, one of those things. Poor Bobby. You know who drives me crazy? Is it Leo Mazzoni? Is that their pitching coach?
Yeah.
Who sits he's got the mustache. He sits in the dugout and he rocks back and forth. He doesn't have a rocking chair, but he's sitting on the bench and he's rocking back and forth. Oh, and by the way, Rick Dudley was not pacing up and down the ice. I forget which loser at the Sun Sentinel. I'll look it up in my sports section. What a bunch of idiots we got here. He writes about last night's coaching debut of Rick Dudley. Here it is. Who wrote this piece of crap? They got so many idiots. Let's see. What's the headline? Dudley enjoys first win. It's Russo. Probably Russo. I think. Yeah. No, that's not it. Skolnick, whoever this kid is, he talks about how he was pacing up and down the ice. He was pacing up and down behind the bench, not the ice. Now, wait a minute, maybe he didn't write that. I gotta find it. It is such a stupid, idiotic line. And I can't... Oh, here it is. No, I apologize, Mr. Skolnick. You punk kid, you. It was the unctuous fat Mike Russo. Too many damn sandwiches at the ballgame in the press box, Mike, you tub of crap. He says, I had it here somewhere. I just seen it. Up and down, let's go Panthers. Here, Dudley marched up and down the ice, clapping constantly, reassuring his group after good saves, checks, or scoring chances. He wasn't marching up and down the ice.
What game was he watching?
Mike Russo writes that Rick Dudley was marching up and down the freaking ice. Oh, my God, Mike, you're such a silly little fat boy. Why didn't you elope with Barry Jackass? It looks like a match made in heaven to me. But watch out for your...
Rectum.
Don't get sore about it. Is that pathetic or what?
Yeah.
This is a so-called newspaper. This is what you have for fish wrappers here in South Florida. 10:57 at 560 WQM. Poor Dave Wanstead, man. He's right in there with I don't care about sports, schmuck. 41 apiece, leading the pack. The worst. The worst. They hate you, Dave. They just despise you. They find you humanly unacceptable. They want to freeze your head like Ted Williams. Only the only difference being while it's still attached. Hey, if you want to replace that tired old carpeting in your home, let me tell you about Laminates R Us. They're the easy, low-maintenance alternative to natural wood flooring, which costs you an arm and 5 legs. Laminates R Us is the best place to find laminated wood flooring from Peridor, Pergo, Wilson Art, Unifor, and Quickstep. And all of Laminates R Us flooring is installed by Pergo certified installers, too. Here's another great reason why you ought to be calling Laminates R Us. Their prices are so low, they'll probably floor you. I don't want to play that thing, okay? I'm not going to play it. The body fall, because that's... Their prices are so low, they'll floor you. In fact, right now you can get their fall special for just $1,495. Just $1,495 gets you all of this, up to 295 square feet of beautiful laminate wood flooring, which is positively
unbelievable.
And Laminates R Us will match any legitimate written offer, too. You can't beat them with a stick. For a free in-home estimate, call Laminates R Us at that toll-free number I always give you, 1-877-777-3336. They make it so simple, it's like a piece of cake without the calories and the carbs. Free carpet disposal, free furniture moving, a 25-year warranty, and years of beautiful, easy-to-care-for laminate wood flooring. What do you got to lose? Call Laminates R Us today, toll-free at 1-877-777-3336.
My and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Floridians, dumb as dirt.
Absolutely.
Miami has the Marlins, world champion baseball team. Not long before the series, no fans were ever seen. Now that their chance, they have their fans surrounding them like rats, who when the celebrating's over, want refunds for their hats, 'cause they're just front-running phonies. Front-running phonies, short on support unless they want. Yeah, they're just front-running phonies. Front-running phonies, don't give a crap about no one. Miami brags of South Beach, about 10 miles square, but all around's a boring town where no one really cares. Sport holes that take an interest in supporting their home team will call up Sport Hole Radio to get their tickets free, 'cause they're just front-running phonies. Front-running phonies, short on support unless they want. Yeah, they're just front-running phonies.
So we go home now. It's 11:02 at 560 WQAM. Anyway, here's the facts again. Denver fan, only one fax per day, just like phone calls. Just calm yourself down, okay? I know that loss was traumatic, tough to take. John McKay of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 76-77. What he forgets, though, is that John McKay was a great football coach at USC for about 100 years. Am I right?
Absolutely.
There you go. I rest my case. Well, these levels in here I don't want to start now. I'm in too good of a mood. I don't want to start. Nice, we really enjoyed going to that game last night. Saw some nice people. I want to say hi to Mr. and Mrs. Howard Kleinberg, my good personal friends across the way. How you doing, guys? They seem to be enjoying themselves last night. A couple of loyal Panther fans going back, and they drive all the way up from down there in Kendall. They schlep all the way up. That's how loyal they are. And a lot of other nice people in my section there. It was nice to be there. We had a really enjoyable atmosphere and a whole ambiance. The only thing is the sound in there is it is ear piercing. I was sitting there before the game because we get there early, and I thought, boy, they got it like cranked down. It's like they're showing those highlight films and all this stuff. I thought they finally got a happy medium here in terms of the level of the sound. And then once the game started, man, it's like, I mean, you have to have, if you ever go on a plane like in business class, where they give you those little kits, like if you fly to Europe and they give you the little shoes and the slippers and all this stuff, and they give you the earplugs on the plane to sleep with, save the earplugs, because believe me, when you go to the Mac Arena, you'll need them.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Oh, I mean, last night there were a couple of times they had it cranked up so loud, and I'm supposed to be getting deaf from Marsh Limbaugh disease. You know, in fact, I'm going to start taking some OxyContin to see if I can do it. But what are we talking about here? Really too loud.
When somebody scores a goal and they yell Panthers, I mean, you can't even make it out. It's so distorted.
No, when I score the goal, I don't mind a lot of noise. That's fine, all the enthusiasm. But I'm just talking about constantly, just never ending. And then, of course, in between the periods, pop, 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 you know. And then when Geldy's piercing voice comes out, at that point, I just want to leave. Here's the fact that says the absolutely worst coach ever. Ray Handley, New York Giants, followed Parcells for 2 years, and he sucked. Well, I don't know about that. I think Jeremy Shockey said he sucked. Of course, he thinks everybody sucks. He's out for the year, I think, isn't he? Are we doing a sports show today? This is bad.
Yes.
No, I don't want to do no sports show. I'll sure as hell put some of these other people to shame.
It's a sports poll.
Yeah, that's right. Sports poll, and we got leading the way. I don't care about sports schmuck. Is 50. That's all right. You'll be okay. Just, we'll intersperse some of the other stuff in here, like Robert Shear's latest column in the LA Times. Got some really good stuff on our website, and be sure to take a puke at El Presidente on there. The WMD countdown continues.
It's going to be going on for a long time.
It's going to be going on for a long time. They're still searching, just like the searchers, man. They're looking. I mean, the coasters, they're searching for it. NCAA football coach Charlie Pell. So I got him on the list, Charlie Pell, his coach and smell. And then, you'll be happy with this, but I'm not putting it on there because it's ludicrous. From Dave the something or other, Dave the Cop. Oh, no wonder it's from Dave the Cop, who's a St. Louis fan. Bobby Cox, he says, chokes on the big ones like Kathy Willits. Sorry, baby, can't put Bobby Cox on there because of the fact that the Braves win the division every single year. And so the team chokes in the series. Don't blame him. Because if he chokes in the series and he's going to get the blame for that, then give him the credit for winning the division. If the players, see what I'm saying?
I understand.
You can't, he's been around too long to be the worst coach or manager of all time. That's just ludicrous, Dave the Cop. So butch up and get a life. Steve in Louisville says, I love people who say Louisville, Kentucky. Don't you love that? Louisville?
Yeah.
That's like Chicago. He says, how about it, and I'll put them both down because the Detroit Lions a sad, sad franchise. Even Van Patrick is rolling over in his grave with his big fat chins. Monty Clark and Wayne Fontes, I put them both on there from the Detroit Lions, who couldn't win a fixed game. Thanks, Steve, in Louisville. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. I guess if we asked who's the best coach ever, we'd probably say Rick Dudley. Right, let's hear it for Rick. He's undefeated as the Panther head coach. He's won and... Oh! You know, listen, I'm hoping for their sake. I want the franchise to do well. I'm not really that much of a Panther fan anymore because it's hard to be when you don't know who the hell's on the team. And I don't go to many games even when I'm here. I just can't get into it. But if the games are win or lose or tie, if the games were as entertaining as last night, I go all the time like I used to schlep all the way down to Miami. Never missed a game.
Hasn't sounded like that since opening night.
It hasn't been that exciting and enthusiastic in a long time. And it was a good 11, 12,000 people in there, 10, whatever it was. It was on a Wednesday night, not too bad.
Told you they'd win.
Oh, yeah. You know something? If you say they win every day, sooner or later you'll be right again.
They'll win tonight.
Let's hope sooner. Well, they're not going to lose tonight, I'll tell you that. They're not playing tonight.
That's right.
What pro or college coach or manager was the absolute worst of all time? But there are going to be a lot of names on this list. Now, Eric, you notice I'm faxing, and you can just go and eat a few sandwiches and take care of your very important money-making business. And when you get around to adding the other ones on there, you'll have like whole bunches, like Precious with the bananas on Passions.
I missed that.
You missed what?
Passions.
You missed it yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Oh, my God. And yesterday was the pivotal day. No. You know how that is. It just goes on and on. And Edna Wallace, she comes down there and she's got the baby. Luis, this is your baby. And like that. You got to be there and see it to know what we're talking about. If you're missing out on Passions, your life is just incomplete. Oh, but that's a soap opera. No, it's not. It's a comedy. It's a panic. I still don't care about Sports Schmuck. 53. That's leading the way. Okay. 42% of that, or 31%. Dave Wannstedt, though, or that's 54 now. Dave Wannstedt, 43. In fact, Wannstedt's pulling away from the pack. Just like the old cheesehead who pulled away from the pack. Terry Murray, 19. Rich Kotite, 14. Lou Holtz has got 11. It makes me feel very proud. I feel like, what's his name? Peter Proud. Michael Sarrazin. Barry Switzer, 8. David Shula, 6. Dwayne Sutter's got 5. The Utter Sutter. Dave Campo, 5. Perry Clark's got 5. Renee Latzman's got 5. One thing I always wondered when he was managing the Marlins, I always wondered, nobody could ever give me an answer if he was related to
Bill Latzman.
Gary Faust, 2, Lou Saban, 1, Ray Handley, 1, and nobody else got any. Well, they just went on there. Terry Brennan, Charlie Pell, Monty Clark, Wayne Fontes, and Dan Devine. Andy Devine's got a couple out of 179, and Devine has got a big pair. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. It's kind of scary. I mean, things are actually working in here now. It's almost enough to make me want to stay a few more weeks. I said almost. Oh, here's a call from Appleton, Wisconsin. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, and thank God I found you online. I moved up here from Fort Lauderdale in June, and you get me through today with your show, baby.
Excelente.
Yeah, and I want to nominate a coach here. I don't know too much about his record, but Dave Bliss, that douchebag from Baylor that tried to cover up that murder of his player last summer.
Dave Bliss?
Yeah, Patrick Dennehy, that big kid got killed by...
Right, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of a unethical...
Piece of crap. I think the word you're looking for is piece of crap.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was.
Okay.
That's good choice of words, yeah. So you're back in Miami right now?
For a little bit, yeah, for a few days until I can't stand it no mo. Until I run into Mo and his hairpiece attacks me and I have to get out of here.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm just so happy I was able to find you online, man.
And I'm so happy that I'm going to be getting out of here soon. It rains here every day. It's the middle of November already. It's humid and pours every goddamn day. Yesterday it was like somebody kept turning the faucet on and off. It just never stops.
Yeah, I read the Sun Sentinel every day online. I know it's a crappy paper, but...
Well, read Mike Russo's column and you'll find out that our new hockey coach was dancing up and down the ice last night. It was great. Have a great day, Pally.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, look out for the cheeseheads.
Thanks, bye.
11 past 11 at 560 WQM. How about Vince Lombardi? It's just a joke. Well, I mean, I just say it because it's like Bobby Cox. You wanted me to put that on there. The worst coach isn't somebody who doesn't always win the World Series or the championship or the Super Bowl or the Stanley Cup or the Grey Cup or the Gay Cup. That's not the worst coach, see? Keep your eye on the balls, okay? I try to. Remember what the question is. What pro or college or manager was the absolute worst? Not just maybe. Not just, not so good, but
absolutely
the worst of all time, okay? That's not somebody who keeps winning all kinds of division championships, things like that, even though he may be choking it a little bit. 11 past 11. I'll tell you one thing. If I managed the Braves when Dale Murphy was on that team, I might have choked it. Dale Murphy, he drinks a lot of milk. He's a good All-American boy. That's why even though he was a great player, nobody has any idea who. They don't remember him anymore because he was boring.
He came up as a catcher, too.
They remember he had that. Well, I want to get into his personal life. I thought that was Johnny Bench. Hey, everybody seems to be on a low-carb diet today. You know, I also find another thing. I just got over the stomach problem. I think it was a stomach virus. But at any rate, when I'm here, I got to pull this mic out. There we go. Because I sit up against this, and it presses against your goddamn pupik the whole time. And I'm like pressing against my big fat protrusion. And my stomach, too. If anybody out there wants to get rid of that big fat stomach and get rid of all your disgusting... Wait, here's a place you're going to love shopping at. Delights of West Boca, the one and only. Your search for a place like this is over because they're right here in South Florida in beautiful West Boca. They've got in this one great store over 1,000 low-carb products. They got your bagels and breads and cheesecakes and muffins and brownies and chocolates and pasta and sauces and chips and dips and ketchups, that world-famous Carbolite ice cream, and lots of new things like the Blitz Stoked Mints. I thought I was going to say Blintzes. Judy's low-carb peanut brittle. Champion light drinks are back in 5 delicious flavors. Simply low-carb bread with stevia. The La Nuba jams, you'll be jamming on it in 7 gourmet flavors. Carb Slim Bites, a great snack with, thank goodness, no maltitol or stuff like that, so you won't be making lots of trips. Chocolate caramel or peanut butter flavored. Slim Carb Fudgies for all you fudge packers out there. Fudge brownies or chocolate raspberry cookies. They all sound great and they taste great. And they have, that's what you need when you're on one of those Atkins or low-carb diets because, you know, you gotta have something with some taste when when your sweet tooth starts acting up. You gotta have something to satisfy it, and that's why you love Delights. You can try anything in the store. You can sample it before you buy it. And the Atkins products, all of them, the vitamins, the books, the products are on sale all day, every day. Delights is open 7 days a week, 10 to 10. You'll find them on the northeast corner of Glades and 441 next to Boston Market, safely far from Moe's house. You can call them toll-free at 1-877-LOW-CARB. That's with the W, LOWCARB. Or on the web, you'll find them at lowcarb.com. Delights of West Boca, it's your official Atkins Retail Center.
Live and local. This is 560.
The radio's all yours now.
QAM.
CSI, Montgomery, Alabama.
I won't know for sure until I get to the lab, but I think it looks like coveting thy neighbor's wife.
CSI, Montgomery, Alabama, where the 10 Commandments rule.
So what do you got for me?
Your victim had tuna salad for lunch, bore false witness, had at least several false gods before him, and may not have honored his mother and father, but all the tests aren't in yet.
CSI, Montgomery, Alabama, Sunday night at 9, right after Let's Pray Until It Hurts.
11:17, let's pray until it hurts, okay? Alabama moves to oust Judge Moore. In a pretrial brief, Alabama Attorney General Bill Pryor requested Chief Justice Roy Moore be removed from office for defying a federal judge's order to remove that granite Ten Commandments monument from the rotunda of the Alabama Judicial Building. Moore is scheduled to appear today before the State Court of the Judiciary in a trial-like proceeding where he faces a number of possible outcomes from exoneration to removal from office. How do you like that? Oh, there's Paul Bremer. He says, I love the way they, and I say this only sarcastically, the way they describe the situation as becoming unmanageable in Iraq, which is why they brought him back here, because it's just out of control. We're talking about security and the safety of the troops and everybody over there. People are dying like flies, and it's turning into like utter chaos.
They just realize that now?
Yeah, they're just figuring that out. Like, we got a problem here, Houston. In his brief, Pryor said the judge should be removed because he intentionally and publicly engaged in misconduct and because he remains unrepentant for his behavior. The Chief Justice should receive the severest penalty for his sensational flouting of a valid federal injunction, Pryor wrote, and you know what? He's
absolutely correct, sir.
Got his thumb right on it. Well, now, see, Oscar Bravo with your phony name. Don't waste your time sending any more faxes here because I'm not going to read them. I see you're sending them to Mad Dog at the wrong fax machine. Get lost with your phony name. 56705. See, I know the crank calls. I know the crank faxes. I know them. I see them in my bowel movement.
Rectum.
63 votes for I still don't care about Schmortspuck. That's 28.3%. But Dave Wanstadt's leading the way. He's got 51 votes. The worst, the absolute worst of all time. Not just worst right now, but the absolute positive worst of all time. In other words,
absolutely,
no question about it. Wanstead 51, Terry Murray 21. The fans hated you, the players hated you, Terry. You got a personality like a frog, like a dead one, like a bufo. Oh, that's right, that's the beast, the bufo. Rich Kotite 21, Lou Holtz 11, Barry Swisher's got 9, David Chula 8, Chula. Gary Faust 7, Perry Clark 7, Renee Latchman 6. I just like playing that little, that binky thing. I like playing.
Bill Latchman.
Oh. Isn't he on that 850 station?
Bill Latchman.
That big sports thing that Norma can. By the way, Norma, where were you last night, you idiot, you little faggot, you?
Bill Latchman.
Dave Campo's got 6.
Bill Latchman.
Dwayne Sutter's got 5.
Bill Latchman.
Wayne Font's got a pair.
Bill Latchman.
Ray Handley and Charlie Pell each have 2.
Bill Latchman.
Monty Clark and Lou Saban each have 1.
Bill Latchman.
No votes yet for poor Terry Brennan. That's good, because he took so much crap at Notre Dame, man. And Catholics just about roasted him. They just about nailed him up to a cross. Jesus. Ron Rothstein, Dave Bliss, and Joe Walton, and Duffy Doherty. I put him on there. Michigan State. Dan Devine all have none so far. 225 vote. All my Michigan State friends out there, I put Duffy Doherty on there. He was just, a yard and a half in a cloud of dust. That was his specialty. Exasperating. Anyway, here's some faxes. What about Lee Corso? He sure talks a good game. Didn't I put him on there yet? I'll put him on there. Lee Corso was an awful coach, is an awful talking head on ESPN as well. A major asshole, but not a bigger asshole than our close personal friend Mo. Oh, wow. How do you like that? Let's take up, instead of collecting money for a charity, we'll just take up a collection to pay off Mo's salary. What do you think? Probably raise more money than anything else. And then here's one. See, this, people don't get it. You're sour. You're bitter. You're mean people. Is there a worse coach than Pat Riley?
Yes.
Of course. $8 million salary plus $80 million payroll, 25 wins. You could win a championship with Kareem, Magic, Worthy. Maybe I could. They won in spite of Riley, it said. Now, he just had too much success elsewhere, with or without great players, and don't be saying he's the worst coach ever. And Scott's telling me he's bragging about how he broke the news of Riley resigning right here on his show, here on the Neil Rogers Show, on a sports station where you think the sports shows would have been breaking it, but no way. We broke it right here. Ron Rothstein, speaking of the Heat, good choice. And Joe Walton, now I love that choice, of the Jets. Oh, inventor of the prevent offense. What that was called was prevent from winning. Every time they go in the prevent, that means that I'm going to prevent you from winning this game. We'll drop back about 60 yards and let them just march down the field 15, 20, 30-yard chunks at a time. Joe Walton, he was bad. He was brutal. Now, where did he coach college before he went to the Jets? Joe Walton? Somebody will know, because you got that dumb look on your face, as usual.
Bill Latchman.
Here's a call from Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir?
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
I just celebrated number 43 yesterday.
Well, yesterday? Well, that's close enough. Let me give you a little jingle, if I can get my finger on it.
And the jingle.
There you go.
Thank you. Hey, I'm glad somebody called with David Shula, because I was really, he was bad.
Yeah.
And I was really torn between him and that cartoon character, John Bowles.
John Bowles?
Yeah. The Marlins.
Oh, I forgot all about him. B-O-L-E-S. That's right. I forgot all about John Bowles.
Oh, he was the worst.
John Bowles and Mo Golfs.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're talking about the weather down here?
Yes.
I should be at work, but I'm here waiting on air conditioning boy to come here. I've been without AC for like 3 days.
Oh, my God.
Brutal.
Wow. Good luck to you, man.
Yeah, well, he should be here any minute, crossing my fingers.
I'll see you in Syracuse.
Okay, thanks.
Take care. Where is that game, by the way, speaking of Q's? I hear the people on this station talking crap. Oh, well, the Hurricanes are so disorganized now, and there's all these problems, and what's his name ain't going to play because he's got a big mouth and he screwed up.
It's home. It's here.
It's here.
You're playing the Syracuse.
Syracuse is it's like playing a blind girls' school, okay? I mean, what are you people talking about? The reason they do that is so that after Miami wins like 83-6, they'll be able to say, "Oh, you see, we're back." Da 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 da. Oh, that's the wrong song. Well, what? They don't have a song. 567-0560 pound 560. See, I want to say this, and I really mean this. If a community, if an area is only judged this crap about, aren't we blessed down here, Jim? That kind of garbage by its sports teams, by the success or failure of its sports teams, then that's a pretty sad commentary, I would say. Wouldn't you?
Sure.
Now, I'll give you an example. The most successful franchise in NHL history are the Montreal Canadiens. There is no question they've won far more Stanley Cups than anybody else. Now, I've never been in Montreal, and some people tell me it's a very delightful place, but there's one problem with Montreal, too many frogs. So you'd hardly say that Montreal is paradise, especially those English-speaking people who have been badgered and driven out of the city because of a bunch of militant, obnoxious, smelly frogs with their goddamn Speedos. So just because they're a sports team, and of course in recent years they're making up for it, and this year, you mark my words, even though they started out pretty good this year, they'll suck. They will suck and bite the big one, although I do like Josie Theodore. He could play on my team any time, if you catch my drift. And what did Brad Richards do with that skinhead haircut? He must be in Tampa too long. Hey, come on, Brad. You must be hanging out in Temple Terrace.
Or Lutz.
They're all going to be skinheads pretty soon over there. Hey, Brad. He was okay. They got some good players on that team. Don't start with that hockey stuff again, man. You'll blow the whole audience out of here. You're right. I don't want to blow the whole audience. Here's Miami Lakes. Hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir. Buenos dias.
You don't remember Ballsy from the Marlins?
Yeah, I
Come
do.
on.
It took me about 2 seconds, yeah. Ballsy.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
He wasn't too
Watching
ballsy, old Ballsy.
Watching MSNBC last night on the crawler, I saw that there's somebody trying to fire Rumsfeld.
Yes.
Did you hear anything about that?
I have the story. It's on our website, as a matter of fact. We got it all, man.
Who was the guilty party trying to do this?
Who's the what?
Who's the party trying to fire him?
A group of Democrats in Congress. I'll find it for you here somewhere. It's
Okay. One opinion. I want you to give me an opinion on my opinion. I think John Kerry speaks well, but he looks like hell. What do you think?
He looks scary, John Kerry.
Isn't he? But
and you know what? You know what I don't like about him? He keeps bringing up his military experience and all other crap, but in the meantime, he didn't have the balls to oppose our involvement in Iraq in the first place, as opposed to Howard Dean, who did right from the beginning. John Kerry to me has been all over the place. I'm not too fond of him.
So he's still on the fence.
Here's the story. It's the lead story on our website. 26 House Democrats pushed to fire Rumsfeld. A group of more than 24 House Representative Democrats on Monday said they'd introduced a resolution urging President Bush to fire Defense Secretary Rumsfeld. This resolution would make official what many members of Congress already believe, that the soldiers in Iraq would be helped greatly if Rumsfeld would leave, said Representative Charles Rangel of New York, whom I like a lot.
Okay, my worst coach, Neil?
Yes, sir.
That'd be Magic Johnson for the Lakers. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Magic was coach for about 2 minutes. Right?
If that.
Well, not everybody can be all things to all people, you know what I'm saying? Just like Deion Sanders on there talking about how, what's his name? Dan Reeves? Not Dan Reeves. Who's the coach of the Falcons?
Dan Reeves.
Dan Reeves, like I said. And they beat the crap out of the Giants afterward. And the pregame show there, which I'll never watch again, there was Deion, I want to coach the Falcons. I want to coach. I'm going to show you. I'm going to coach. And everybody, on the broadcasting, they were saying, you couldn't coach your way out of a paper sack, you crazy ass bastard, you. You silly ass step and fetch it, pimp looking, idiot, you. And then they proceeded, wasn't it like 42-6 or something like that? I mean, Dan Reeves has had an illustrious coaching career in the National Football League, and here's Deion Sanders, a turd burger in a mink coat, talking crap, talking trash. Deion, you make me sick. Seriously, he is bad for race relations in the world, not just in America. He is the worst stereotype of an arrogant, obnoxious, you-know-what.
No, that's me.
Well, not him, no. 26 past 11 at 560 WQAM. Hey, if you're fat, we're always talking about fat on the show. You want to know why? I'm fat. The Humper's fat. Josh Friedman's fat. We got the Beast is fat. Many people in this building just suffering from fat-itis. If that's your problem, why not try Balance for Life? You've tried the Atkins. You've tried the grapefruit diet. You've tried the fruity diet. You've tried everything under the sun. You've tried not tried Balance for Life. See? There you go. I stumbled right into it. Balance for Life is the way to do it, because if you're frustrated with the others that haven't worked for you, this is easy. Because with the others, it takes a lot of work. You have to worry about what you shop for. You have to count calories. You have to count carbs. They do all the work for you at Balance for Life. All you do is fill out your menu once a week. They fax it to you. You fax it back. You have 2 choices for each meal and snack every day that you're on the program, and they bring the food right to your door. They make it so simple that even a moron can do this. That's right. Right at your door every morning by 6 a.m., there's your little black sack. Everybody wants to have a little black sack, and in your sack is all the food you need for the entire day. 3 gourmet meals, 2 delicious snacks, and let me emphasize again, no prefabricated food, which are usually associated with this kind of program. Nothing in a little box, nothing like with chemicals and all of that other garbage. Everything is fresh and delicious, made with the best ingredients that money can buy. You'll love the food. It'll keep you full all day long, and you'll watch that weight pour off your body within a matter of days. You'll see results on that scale. So if you're sick and tired of being overweight, out of shape, unhealthy as hell, lethargic and or diabetic, all of these things, call Balance for Life today and start losing it right away. Call 954-568-3229. 954-568-3229, or visit their website at balanceforlife.com.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Flagship station.
Yes.
Oh, baby McCartney, new one's on the way. Haven't been a daddy since yesterday. Heather's expecting acting, we can work it out. But it doesn't make me want to twist and shout. When I'm 64, I'll still change diapers. When this kid's grown up, I will be dead. Better stock up now on baby wipers. My aching head. Oi! Baby McCartney won't give me no rest. I am not much better off than Pete Best. Don't know if the kid will be a singer. Just hope it's healthy when it finally comes. Want the child to have 10 toes and fingers, unlike its mom. Baby McCartney, your dad is elderly. Wonder why I couldn't just let it be.
27 till noon, we're playing a little parlor game here today. It's called Blame the Coach, okay? Rip an ass. Just put him on a cross and crucify him, like poor Terry Brennan. See, if Notre Dame was really like a religious school, if the Catholic Church was really such a good bunch of pious people, they wouldn't be so obsessive about winning every game in every sport. It would be like sportsmanship is what it would be all about, right? Yeah. But it's not. It's like a fanatical, insane obsession. Even worse than with the Hurricanes, man. And the best part of it is, Notre Dame lately loses their ass in everything.
Touchdown Jesus. Isn't
Touchdown
that
Jesus,
Isn't
that's
that
right.
sacrilegious?
Touchdown Jesus. You said it, baby. In fact, every time I see, what's his name, Brady Quinn, I say, Jesus. I say, oh God, there is a God. But at any rate, see, like I said, he's a true freshman too, by the way, as opposed to a phony sophomore, or an ersatz junior, or a senile senior. Here's one of our chronic faxers. I think they must be filtering like laughing gas into the studio. It's getting worse every day in here. I'm like, like this. I'm becoming that's why I got to get out of here. I'm becoming one of you. Love your sports show, says the most chronic faxer of them all, and you're putting those other sports holes there to shame. Well, of course. Nobody cares about, what about that linebacker for the Hurricanes who had like a hangnail? Did you know that Ashton Kutcher's got 2 toes that are together on 1 foot?
Really?
Yeah. He was born that way. There are 2 toes. They're like a platypus.
Platypus.
Oh, I'm sorry, platypus. Sorry, Jessica. She's getting her old show. It's called The Dumb Bitch. I sure hope she ain't really touching, what's his name, my good buddy? What the hell's his name from 98 Degrees?
I don't know. He sang the World Series. He sang the Star Spangled.
What the hell's his name again? I can't believe I was out of sight, out of mind. Nick Lachey. Nick Lachey. Anyway, what is it? Oh, what's my take on Brian and Jay? I like it.
Oi!
That's my take on Brian and Jay. I'm loving it. As a Dolphin despiser. And actually, of course, Wayne is the head of the organization, so that's good reason, that puts a pock mark or 2 on it in the first place.
What happened to Mo and Jay?
And then, of course, the whole thing with the fans. Oh, Mo and Jay, you can't separate them. I saw 2 legs in the parking lot. They were hanging out of Mo's car. He was on the way out of here. Well, no, you got to understand it. Well, I don't want to go into it. I don't want to draw you a picture. Here's one that says Pete Rose, who placed bets against his own team during games. Well, that's alleged, okay? Alleged. We don't have any, now, although I will say this, he's an idiot.
You can bet on it.
If you ever see Pete Rose at the track, you'll want to cry. And we're not impressed, Pete. You can stack all the $100 bills up on the table and we still think you're an asshole, whether you bet on those games or not. We don't care. You're an asshole with a gambling problem. John Bowles, it says here, Craig in Miami says John Bowles was more like John Bowles. Yeah. But he had a movement out of the dugout, out of the ballpark, which is a good move. And now they won a World Series. It was a good movement. Poor Dave Wannstedt, man. I don't think anybody's going to touch him. Nobody can come close to poor old Dave Wannstedt. I think another good one, not too soon because we don't want to get too sports intensive. What city has got the worst franchises, or what's the most cursed sports franchise of all time? Something like that. If we want to get sports intensive. Now see, you're like, I'm not saying we ought to do it now, but I'm thinking of like the Bears. The Bears did win a championship or did the Bears win or the Giants in '64? I think was the year. Billy Wade, the Bears. I think they won the.
Bears won the Super Bowl in '86.
They did?
They sure did.
The Bears won a Super Bowl?
They beat up on the Patriots.
I know. I'm trying to forget it. I know. It was an embarrassing game. That was a Drew Bledsoe game, wasn't it? No, that was before he was there.
That was Jim McMahon, who was...
Jim McMahon with the shades for the Bears. But who was the Patriot quarterback? Come on. 1986. Time's up.
I know this.
Work on it. 5670560. Let's get
Tony Eason.
Who?
Tony Eason.
Tony Eason? Out of sight, out of mind. I remember the name. Don't remember what he looked like. Probably not too good. Here's Miami. Hello. Miami.
Hello.
I do remember Moisey Opopupu. Yes, sir.
Neil, ¿qué pasa?
How you doing?
Hey, I bet you I got a good one for you.
You got
Buddy Ryan.
Buddy Ryan was horrendous, man. Philadelphia. And what an attitude on him, too, huh?
That guy said, you better go out there and kill those people and we got to win this game.
Right.
Sorry ass coach.
Amen. Well said, Pally.
Go Heat.
See ya. There's a guy with a good sense of humor. Go Heat. They'll win a game or two, and that's about it. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Buddy Ryan. Boy, he was a classy-looking guy, though, wasn't he? He was fatter than I am. Here's a fax. Boy, the faxes are pouring in. I think I hit the mother load here today. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. See, the reason the timing of this is it's like a no-brainer because everybody here is getting fired or quitting or, you know, between Riley and then you had Torborg in midseason and they brought in ancient old Jack McKeon and everybody laughed. All he did was win the World Series. And you got Mike Keenan taking it up the butt from the Panther organization. And Rick Dumpster, whatever the hell his name is. The worst sports coach of all time was Bob Wade, it says here. See, I'm thinking, didn't I just get you talking about Billy Wade? I really do believe that Billy Wade was the quarterback of the Bears sometime in the 60s when they played the Giants in the championship game. There was no Super Bowl back then. Boy, are you old or what? Yeah. He was a John Thompson wannabe who was hired after Lefty Driesell was unjustly canned for Lenny Bias's death. Wade took a shattered program and killed it. Oh, it kind of sounds like Greg Reed. It took Gary Williams 10 years to bring it back to life. Of course, when he was canned, Wade blamed it on racism, not the fact that he couldn't win a game and he had 10 recruiting violations that kept Maryland out of postseason play for 2 years. Thank you, Rich. He votes for Bob Wade, and I put it on the list. Boy, excuse my pen. I got to realize I got to write these better so that when I fax them to Eric, he can actually read them. Sorry, Eric. You the man. Let's see. Alan, a regular faxer, writes, the sad fact is that a Yahoo judge in Alabama will eventually wind up as governor, even worse, a U.S. senator, maybe president someday. Speaking of crap coaches, what about the third member of the pathetic Jets triumvirate, Walt Michaels? He ain't no Al Michaels, I'll tell you that. Okay, we'll put him on there. Jets have had a series, a long tradition of really crappy coaches, you know that? Many, many of them. Okay, thank you, Big Al. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. I want to tell you right now, besides getting laid, what Pharrell is most worried about these days, and that is his bed from Dollar Mattress. He wants it. He's jealous, and rightfully so, because he knows that virtually everybody else around here that's got $5 schmucks or more at QM has got a mattress from Dollar Mattress. I said mucks. Anyway, Dollar Mattress is the place to go because you don't have to go there. All you have to do is call them. Because in the mattress industry, everybody else is well known for all kinds of phony claims and shell games, ridiculous sale prices that aren't really a sale at all. At Dollar Mattress, no BS, no bait and swish, no phony promises, just the best unbeatable discount prices every single day on the top brand names in the world, now including Stearns and Foster Hewitt. When you call Dollar Mattress toll-free at 1-800-MATTRESS, you get to pick the day and time for delivery. I keep telling you this because most people don't believe it, but it's true. 7 days a week from 8 in the morning till 10 at night. If you want them to show up at between 1 and 3, they'll be there. If you want them between 2 and 4, they'll be there. I've been sleeping on a mattress from these folks for years. Every time I need a new one, I wouldn't dream about calling anybody else or certainly wasting a trip to a bedding or department store. Honest sales practices, fantastic, unbeatable service, everyday low prices, same-day delivery, and free setup and removal make it easy to see why Dollar Mattress is ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. So don't get sucked in by the so-called sales with us furniture and bedding stores. They never match what you get every day from Dollar Mattress. Call them right now. You'll be sleeping with a big smile on your puss from ear to rear as soon as tonight. Miguel's doing it, George is doing it, Boca Brian, even Fat Boy doing it, and yours truly, I'm doing it as much as I can. Call toll-free 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES, or check them out online at mattress.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Producers of American Idol comes a heartwarming collection of favorites interpreted by America's sweetheart, Terry Schiavo.
Of course she loves to sing. Look how she's smiling. This is Terry Schiavo, live from room 214C. Another exploitation available now from the Supplicant Press.
Oh, it sounds like Eric when there's like some kind of a problem that we call, whoa! It's always kind of like that, like cross between Terry and Helen Keller. It's 13 till noon at 560 WQAM. Man, these levels in here, I've been working in this studio for 5 long, excruciating years. I think so, because we were 1 year downstairs on the second floor in a makeshift kind of piece of crap. 5 years in this room, and in all those years, I've never heard the levels, and everything is just all over the place. But that's okay, I don't really care, because I just discovered something. It's Wednesday. Oh! It just dawned on me. Boy, am I dumb or what? I'm an idiot.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Is there any doubt?
Absolutely.
Not. So we got that big 1 to 2 comedy guitar. We're almost done. You realize that, Scott? While you're talking, it's Wednesday. I forgot about that. Oh, you're still going to do that 1 to 2 hours in spite of that poison? Sure we are. We're not crazy. Why the hell not? We enjoy it. A lot of people out there with a sense of humor like it. Why the hell should I put in all this extra heavy duty when most of the people here work about 2 minutes a week and getting paid for it? Yeah, like my buddy there. Nice going, Hank. Here's a call from San Francisco. Hello.
Yes, Neil, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Great, thank you. I have 2 names for your poll.
Go right ahead.
Dennis Erickson.
Dennis Erickson was a piece of crap, especially in Seattle, man.
I know. And how about Jimmy Johnson?
Jimmy Johnson won 2 Super Bowls, didn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't do too well with the Dolphins.
3? And didn't he win national championships with the University of Miami, the Hurricanes?
Well, I guess he did.
Yeah, bad choice. Have a great day, Pally. What?
Yeah, Dennis Erickson's stinking up the joint in Frisco now, too.
Oh, is he?
He sure is.
He's not the head coach.
Yes, he is.
He's the head coach of the Niners? You have to be Schmidt me. I haven't watched them play this year, for whatever reason. Dennis Erickson, let's get him on here right away. 5670560, so that means we only have like another hour of this Final Right, thank God. Although we're getting a big response, the faxes are pouring in. What pro or college coach or manager was the absolute worst of all time? Absolute worst. Keep it in mind. And don't give me like 2 or 5 or 10. If we're going to do that, we could just make a list of every person who ever was a pro or college. See what I'm saying? What would be the point? Who were the 800 worst managers?
They have to distinctly suck.
They have to suck real hard.
Absolutely.
I don't care about sports, schmuck. 85 of you said that. 27.5% of militant like Little George. They hate it. We don't like it. Well, that's okay, but just sit back and relax, all right? Read the news, read the funny papers. Dave Wannstedt, 63. Poor old Dave, man. I told you he sucked. On this radio station, you'll never, ever get the truth about the coaches, unless, of course, like about the Heat, because we don't carry the Heat games on this station, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Sure. So they can say whatever the hell they want. They could rip Pat Riley an ass when he was still there. They can do whatever they want, because we don't carry the Heat. We're never going to carry the Heat, and quite frankly, we don't give a flying fig about the Heat. But when it comes to the franchises that we carry on this radio station, they're always the sports people. Every single one of them on this radio station will suck up.
Absolutely.
Right. They're all geniuses, whether it was Terry Murray.
Absolutely.
Or BM.
Absolutely.
Or Dwayne Sutter was a genius.
Absolutely.
Or whoever the hell it was. Or Dave Wannstedt.
Absolutely.
Who's got 64 votes. And kicking crap over everybody else. There's nobody even close to Dave. Rich Kotite's got 35. Terry Murray, 25. They hate you, Terry. They can't stand you. Gary Faust, 12. David Chula has got 11. Lou Holt's still stuck on 11. Come on, let's get a little better for Lou there. Only 11. Barry Swisher's got 11. Perry Clark, 10. Wayne Fonts, 8. Renee Latchman's got 8. I got to play that thing again. I love it.
Phil Latzman.
See, you don't even know who that is. Phil Latzman.
You some guy on 850?
Yeah, he's a sports nerd guy that used to work here. He used to work at IOD. He's a good guy. He's not a bad guy, but
Phil Latzman.
I just love the way that kid says that.
Phil Latzman.
Dwayne Sutter 6, Dave Campo 6.
Phil Latzman.
Ray Handley's got 4. John Bowles, old Bowlesy starting to move up the list. He was bad, Bowlesy.
Phil Latzman.
He's got 4. Magic Johnson 3, Charlie Pels 3. Monty Clark 2, Dave Bliss 1, Lou Saban 1, Dan Devine 1. Ron Rothstein 1, and no votes yet out of 314 for old Duffy Doherty, a yard and a half in a cloud of dust. Oh, Duffy, go away, please. Please. Terry Brennan, none. Pete Rose, none. No votes for Buddy Ryan, Bob Wade, Walt Michaels, or Joe Walton yet. There'll be some Joe Walton votes because we got a lot of New Yorkers here, man, and they obviously hate him like poison and wish he would die if he hasn't already. 9 minutes till noon at 560 WQM. Here's a call from Plantation. Hello.
Neil, am I on?
It sounds just like you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
This is a fat guy from Plantation calling in. I just wanted to get away from the sports for a while and tell you about 2 significant things in the Miami Herald. The first thing I read today is that a man by the name of Maurice Dykes, D-Y-K-E-S,
yes,
died. And you know about Dykes Road down in Davie, named after the gentleman.
No, I don't.
Well, that's a famous road in Davie, Dykes Road, and for years and years, I always thought it was named after Rosie O'Donnell, but I find out opposite.
I'll be damned.
And the second note is the city of Fort Lauderdale today is cutting their budget drastically, and the first place they've cut is the police department.
Mm-hmm, that
There's
makes
going
sense
to be
to me.
less officers on the road now, so we'll all be a lot safer, and I guess that's a very good way to save money for the city of Fort Lauderdale
Absolutely.
as well. So getting away from the sports, I hope I've enlightened you a little bit today.
Absolutely.
And, you know,
Absolutely.
I just want to tell you
Absolutely.
thank you for your broadcasting
Absolutely.
and certainly appreciate it.
And have a great day.
You too.
And stay off those dikes. 8 minutes till noon at 560. A lot of dikes in Amsterdam, I'll tell you that. All over Holland, there are dikes everywhere. Well, because they have all those canals, there's a lot of dikes. It's part of the water system. That's right. It's like, in fact, it's a country that's like underwater, basically. They built a country, good parts of it, like on water. Kind of like South Florida.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't wash away.
Oh, someday we will. You will. Someday you will. I won't be here. Let's see. How about it says, this is a good idea. Whoever coached Prairie View A&M University from 89 to 98, they lost 80 straight football games. We'll have to find that out. Scott, how are we going to find that out? Prairie View A&M. I can do a search on the website. On the Google. Whoever coached Prairie View A&M, 89 to 98, they lost 80 straight games. I guess couldn't have been too good, huh? And then look at these. Do you like these?
Is that what you sent to Eric?
No, this is just some scrawlings on here. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to say. Just a bunch of hieroglyphic crap.
Sanskrit?
Yeah, but the good thing is we can use the paper all over again. 5670560.
Those Tampa fans can go wipe their ass with it.
Pound 560 on the look at these. Pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's a call from Miami. Hello.
You miserable son of a bitch.
That's me. You got it. Thanks for listening. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hi, am I on?
It sounds like you, yes.
I just had a comment about Kerry. The one thing that is nice about him is he's a little bit more realistic on Iraq than I think Howard Dean is, with regards to cleaning it up and making a commitment to not turning it into what GW thought it was.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, he thought it was a place for terrorists to go and breed,
and now it is,
how
yes.
is that now?
And now it is. Thanks to
Howard
Bush, now it
Dean-
is. See, Howard Dean was opposed to it from the beginning, and he was right. He was the one who had the balls to say it right off the bat, one of the very few.
Yeah, that's great, but now we're in the situation where it needs to be cleaned up. And
No, I say what needs to be cleaned up is to bring every American home tomorrow. And if they want to put in UN peacekeeping or if anybody else wants to volunteer their young people to be slaughtered over there and make them a human sacrifice, that's up to them. But as far as I'm concerned, no more dead Americans over there for oil, okay? For the Bush cartel. No more. For the goddamn Carlyle Group and for the Bechtel and Halliburton and all these money-grabbing bastards. No more. Bring them all home. 5670560. And by the way, we're doing a beautiful job on fighting Al-Qaeda. Let's take the $87 billion. Let's reimburse some of the people who had their life savings ripped off by Enron and all of other Bush's buddies, Kenny Lay and those boys. Let's use part of that to pay those people back some of their life savings, and let's use the rest of it to really fight terrorism around the world and root out Osama, your mama, and all these Al-Qaeda bastards who we aren't doing too good of a job. I love what Rumsfeld said a few days ago. On Sunday, I think, on the Talking Heads show, his comment was, well, we're having mixed results against Al-Qaeda and less results against the, whoever else it was. The Taliban, who are back in action in Afghanistan, just once we thought we had them wiped out. What is this crap coming in my fax machine? Oh, it's J.E. You know who this is? This is your imbeciles. This is Mark the Jets fan. Jets Jets.
What do you mean, my imbecile?
Well, they're from your town. They're from that neck of the woods. They're from Teaneck. 4 minutes till noon at 560 QAM.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Howard David. When I take my Feldine, I listen to the Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour. Not George, because he's stupid.
Why did you tell me that your sister was so fab? We did the nasty and I ended up with crabs. I thought that friendship was a giving thing, but I didn't know you'd steal my tools, my truck, and pawn my ring. But let me say screw you. Won't you hit
Absolutely.
Let me say screw you. No good mooching on. Let me say screw you. Now our friendship is through. Oh, when you lost your job down at the Extra Mart, you sat on my couch and you ate and drank and farted. I thought that we would be best friends for life. I turned my back and hey, I catch you banging my wife.
Absolutely.
And let me say screw you. Give me back my tools. Let me say screw you. You pissed in my pool. Let me say screw you. Now our friendship is through.
One of the saddest things I think I've ever witnessed at a sporting event, even though I enjoyed myself tremendously, was a really fine game last night. Nice going, boys, but at the Panther game, that in-between period insanity with Roberto Luongo on that contest with the broad that's got to answer the questions about Friends. You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, you're lucky. They go through like a 2-minute thing, and she's got to answer as many different questions as she can about Friends. And then Bobby Luongo, who evidently has got too much spare time on his hands, it must be a groupie of that show, he answered like 8 of them right. That's what he does in his spare time. Well, you know, when you're under that much stress, you know, and you have a weak defense, and you got to make 80 great saves every game. It gets to you. Here's a fax that says Phil Latzman is now doing mornings on WLRN. How do you like that? Good old Phil Latzman.
Phil Latzman.
It says, I'm sure he's happy to be away from Bolger and Ratfink Wolf. I know I am. Hey, Pete, stick it up your ass. It says I'm making 5 times your salary unsigned. Well, that's good. Great. Congratulations to anybody who escapes the clutches of Petey Bolger and Ron of the Ratfink Wolf and all those Goyim and David Ross over there as well at Cheap Channel. You bastards, you. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. How about a guy named Ned Harkness?
Ned Harkness?
Yeah, remember him? Detroit Red Wings, 3 points out of first place one year, the next year last place.
What year was this?
Like 69 or 70, something like
really?
that.
Really? Never heard of him.
Ned Harkness?
Okay, well, I'll write him down.
Oh, my God. Bye.
Okay, and I went to school with a kid named Andy Harkness. Does that count?
No.
Oh. 5670560, pound 560, on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. What pro or college coach or manager was the absolute worst of all time, we're asking today. Covers a lot of territory. I still don't care about sports schmuck. 94. Okay, don't get hostile about it. Dave Wannstedt, 68. Rich Kotite, 39. Boy, it looks like a one-horse race, like a walkover. Terry Murray, 27. David Chula, 13. Gary Faust, 12. Barry Switzer's also got a dozen. Lou Holtz, still 11. He's been stuck on 11 for a long time. Wayne Fonts, 10. Perry Clark's got 10. Renee Latzman.
Phil Latzman.
Has got 8. Dave Campo's got 7. How about Poopy Campo? Dwayne Sutter's got 6. Ray Handley's got 5. Charlie Pell 4. John Bowles, old Bowles, he's got 4. Magic Johnson 4. Dave Bliss 2. Monty Clark 2. Only 1 vote for Dan Devine, Ron Rothstein, and Lou Saban 1 apiece. And no votes yet, oh my God, for Duffy Doherty, Terry Brennan, Petey Rose, Buddy Ryan, Bob Wade, Walt Michaels, or Joe Walton out of 341. No votes for Joe Walton? Holy crap, that's scary. That shocks the crap out of me. Well, I'll put Ned Harkness down there. I have no idea who that is. Here's a call from Miami Beach. Hello.
Yeah, I know who the worst coach is. Coached the Houston Oilers and the New Orleans Saints as Bum Phillips.
Bum Phillips. Bum is the word.
Do you remember him?
Sure do.
Oh, yeah, he was a huge loser.
He sure had the right name, though, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, I'm
I
telling you.
bet. Okay, thanks, Pally. The
He
old
should
Bum
have been
Phillips.
on a drooling redneck list, too.
Yeah, he was did very well on Drooling Redneck. Well, there seems to be a good crossover because it's a Southern thing, you know? It's a Southern thing. A lot of them Southern, like Bear Bryant kind of guys. Real drooling Yahoo. That Buddy Ryan, there was another one with a big fat pupik. Barry Swisher. There just seemed to be a whole, an endless group of these people. They crank them out. They churn them out in the Deep South. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Sunrise. Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Have you read anything on the Jessica Lynch autobiography?
Have I read anything about it? What do you mean by that?
Not read the book itself, but just read in the articles that are out there today about it.
Sure.
How it totally debunked all the, Borrell mission.
About
Going into the hospital and saving her, where they basically
right.
just
Well,
walked-
we've had stories on that for weeks now, for many, many weeks, months.
and now they're saying that it was Jessica Lynch who was perpetrating all these lies in the first place.
Oh, yeah, right.
So they're going after her. You
Yeah.
know? Not that everybody.
You got a bad phone, Pally. Call me on a real phone someday. Yeah, it's like everything else. It was the CIA that gave bad information. It wasn't the fact the administration lied about all these things. It was the CIA. It was George Tenet because, of course, he was a holdover from the Clinton years. It's always somebody else because we don't lie and we don't make up stories and we don't distort things just like that made-for-TV event where they tore down the statue of Sodom that was all posed for TV. No, we don't do those things because, after all, the government would never lie to you. Right. Just like peace in our time. Just ask Henry Kissinger, that Nazi son of a bitch. Just ask him about pieces in our hand. Yeah, we got a piece in your hand, all right. Piece of that. Just look in the mirror, Henry. That's what you are.
How bad did he want to be president?
Oh, man. He couldn't be president. He wasn't born in this country.
That's why they're changing the rule now instead of then.
No, they were changing it for Arnold.
Right.
He's going to be president. And then he'll apologize. 5670560. And listen, there's no point in getting all aggravated about it. You just have a good time, that's all. They're going to blow the whole world up one of these days when we least expect it. So in the meantime, get laid. Here's a call from Homestead. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Neil. I'd like to add 2 real assholes to your list, Bo Schembechler and Woody Hayes.
Woody Hayes, no, I can't put either one of them on there. That's just, he doesn't understand. We're not talking about assholes. Don't you understand? They don't get it. Woody Hayes wasn't a bad coach. He was an asshole. Right. The guy's right about that. We already discussed that. I remember, I'll never forget that one game. I happened to be watching that Saturday. Have you ever seen that clip where he reached out and hit the kid from the other team on the head, on the helmet? I mean, he was just a lunatic, out of control, Yahoo. Woody Hayes. Over the top.
A little nutty.
No, not a little nutty, a nut job. He's dead. And Bo Schembechler, I mean, why would you say that? The worst coach of all time?
Maybe he didn't like his last name. I don't know.
I guess he don't like Michigan, huh? Maybe that's the deal. I mean, he's a hard ass. He is an asshole. There's no question about that. All the Mad Dog get pissed off about that and probably come to your house and beat the crap out of you, sir. But you don't get the pull. You don't understand it. What pro or college coach or manager was the absolute worst of all time? And it sure wasn't.
Bill, that's me.
No, it wasn't him. Guarantee you that. Everybody understands this poll except this guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, even the Mo Man knows it. 567. And we have so much trouble trying to explain to you folks so many times on these polls, they don't understand the definition. First of all, he says, I have a couple for you, which is unacceptable. And then it's like they're assholes. Okay, well, guess what, pal? So are you probably. We're all assholes to somebody. Stop and think about that. I bet you nobody's ever thought about this before. Revolutionary moment on this show. There's probably not anybody in the world who's somebody who knows that person or knows of that person hasn't thought that's an asshole. You know what I mean?
But we got a lot of people who are in asshole denial.
No, but don't change the subject, okay, asshole? You know what I'm saying? I think that's a very pertinent point here that I just stumbled onto. Everybody thinks somebody is an asshole.
You're a little late to that.
I know a lot of people think you're an asshole, and of course there are a lot more people think I'm an asshole. And you know what? I really don't care. Because on the way to the bank, I just chuckle to myself, I'm an asshole. I like that Dennis Leary song. I keep saying, I'm an asshole, and here's a whole bunch more money in the bank. Here's Key Largo. Hello.
God.
Yes, speaking.
Happy Wednesday.
That's asshole God to you, sir.
Oh, no, never. You are the voice of reason.
Sure. Well, even a voice of reason can be an asshole.
As far as your poll, I might have to retract this one because of what you just said.
Oh.
The only thing more boring to me besides hockey is college sports. But now, Bobby Bowden, was he did his record kind of justify what an asshole he was?
No.
Okay, so is he?
No, he's had great success, unfortunately, on the field. Not recently so much, but he has a great career. But he's an asshole. You're right.
Okay, all right.
You guys.
And, in reference to the Panther game, that was beautiful. I listened to it on the radio, and just hearing them win made listening to Randy Moeller tolerable.
Oh boy, that must have really been good then.
Yes. But let's hail Dudley Do-Right and see what happens.
All right, have a great day, Pally. Dudley Do-Right, I like that. That's even better than the guy who put the Dud and Dudley. Dudley Do-Right with that goofy. He's a strange-looking dude, man. He's got the worst hairpiece, even worse than Mo, and he's got that funny thing on his chin that I guess you'd call a beard.
He's got a hairpiece, yet he has dandruff.
Yeah. Hey, Rick, clean up your act a little bit, okay? How about some head and boulders, man? Anybody that's got a hairpiece with dandruff has got some real problemas. But they won a game. He kicked their ass. He put them into shape a little bit. He said, you guys are really great, which, of course, they're not. But and then we had that great Canadian, Nick Hagman. That's a moment I'll never forget in my life. Is you had to be there, standing over Scott there in the control room as we were listening to Pharrell interview Nick Hagman, who's from Finland, who speaks with a very heavy accent. And Scott is insisting to me, oh, no, that can't be either a Bure or Hagman. It's a Canadian. Don't you hear? It's a Canadian.
What's even worse?
You don't know you're Canadians, eh?
What's even worse is we were interviewing him in the locker room afterwards, too.
11 past noon, you're finished. 11 past noon at 560 WQAM. Hey, if a lot of you folks feel like you're finished because you're not getting any money on that paycheck, if it's just barely enough to scrape by, and you're sick and tired of expending all that energy for peanuts, here's the answer for you. You can get yourself trained and ready for a great new career and a big fat one that goes along with it and a paycheck, too, in just 4 short months. That's right. Fast Train can have you trained and certified for a great high-paying computer network professional career or a high-paying medical computer specialist in as short a time as 4 short months. Fast Train offers you day, evening, and weekend classes. They offer you job placement assistance and financial aid for people who qualify. And they have 6 convenient Florida locations, 2 in Tampa, and, what can we do about that? But 4 right here in South Florida, so there's probably one not too far from where you live. So if you're sick and tired of working for nothing, and you're tired of everybody else having a few bucks and you never have 2 nickels to rub together, change your life. Get a career and the big earning power that goes along with it. Call Fast Train today. Check them out on the web if you like at fasttrain.com. And then make that call that really can change your life. Call Fast Train 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Be sure to mention Todd Dreck when you call.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Well, they'll dope you with a drug called THG, a steroid that won't show up in your pee. They'll dope you with your name is Barry Bonds. How else could he have put that muscle on? But they can't find it with a microscope. Every player must be doped. Well, they'll dope you if you want to play pro sports. They'll dope you and then they'll haul you into court.
So that's me.
They'll dope you just to make your muscles ripped. And when you testify, just plead the fifth. No matter what they ask, just say no. Every player must be doped.
12:17 at 560 WQAM. I almost forgot it was Wednesday. That would have been bad. Don't be forgetting that. Let's see, 100 votes on here from I Don't Care About Sports Schmuck. 100 people said that. Dave Wannstedt, 72. Rich Kotite, 41. Terry Murray, 27. Everybody else, quite frankly, is small potatoes. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Oh, bad news for President Bush. Well, not really bad news, no surprise. Although he is going there. Many people in Britain believe, I couldn't believe this morning I'm hearing that the city of Miami is going to be the home, hopes to be the home for the, I just can't believe that. The free trade, the FTA, we're going to be like the home zone, the home base. That should make for some real interesting years to come. Many people in Britain believe the international standing of the U.S. has suffered under President George W. Bush and dislike his handling of the situation in Iraq. An opinion poll published in London's Times newspaper says 59% of respondents said America's standing in the world has diminished under Bush's presidency, while 60% disapproved of his handling of the situation in Iraq. 47% said he didn't seem up to the job of being U.S. president, while 40% believe Britain benefits from the close relationship between Bush and Blair. Regarding the war in Iraq, 49% believe that military action was the wrong thing to do, and 37% said, you go, boys. Unpopular in Britain just as much as he's unpopular on this show, or at least almost. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil, I'm going to add Dave Shula to the list if you didn't add it already.
He's on there. He's got 14 votes.
How about Bruce Consulate?
Okay, there you go. We've been waiting for that.
All right.
Good one.
He was on Cincinnati, too.
Right. He sucks.
He sucked.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Polly. Have a great day. Bruce Consulate, you've been sitting in there waiting for the moment that we could put that on there.
I sure have.
Although I do like a nice veal cutlet once in a while. Now, let's see. Here's one that says, serious contender for both worst coaching and drooling sadistic redneck award, Ray Perkins. The guy on before you, a love child of the bastard. What does this say? Rich in Madeira Beach.
I guess he's talking about Pharrell. Don't be knocking Pharrell, Rich.
Ray Perkins, he says, is a drooling yahoo and an awful coach and never stole a freight train, but is still a major asshole. Ray Perkins, okay. Let me fax a whole bunch more of these. A few more. To poor Eric, who's probably pissed off and fired up. Sorry about that, Eric, but once in a while we got to do one of these to keep you on your toes. You know, just like a little ballet, a little exercise, a little floor dance. Keep you in shape. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Oh, Neil, belated happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say, the guy called up about Ned
Sound like Sonny Fox.
The guy who called up about Ned Harkness doesn't know anything. Ned Harkness led an Ivy League school to 2 NCAA titles at Cornell, and 1 year, 2 years coached the lacrosse team to an NCAA
Well,
title.
I'm scratching him off right now. Thank goodness I didn't fax it yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is a place where people had to go to school and have good SATs, and I mean, the guy's an idiot.
Right. Well, we got a lot of those, man. You know that. That's what makes the world go round. Lots of idiots.
Oh, thanks for scratching them off.
Okay, and have a great day. Thanks
Yeah,
for scratching it, he said. Haven't heard that in a long time. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. The Mad Dog at 2, the Humper at 4. 3 solid hours in the studio today, Hank. Them Wheaties, but not too many. No Wheaties, please. No more Wheaties, Hank. Put the Wheaties down. All carbs. The big from 7 to 10. And then you got Eddie K at 10. You know, so how we come with all those other checks? See, I think the reason Pharrell shined me at the hockey game last night and went to dinner instead was because his dinner was free. And if he would have come to the hockey game, he had to bring me a check for Abandoned Pet Rescue.
Well, if his dinner wasn't free, now he really has an excuse not to give you a check.
Yeah, right. Now let's see. Mark sent me, but there's no message on here. Okay, good. That's a good start, Mark. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T Verizon Wireless line. Here's a call from Boynton Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil. I've been trying to click on your story on your website, the CBC story.
Yeah.
And I have a difficulty. Every time I click on it, it actually goes to that story that's right below it. It's Planet Prison, and I can't get the story.
Well, I'm clicking on it right now, and I'm taking a look at my screen, and I see Conspiracy Theory CBC. It's got to be you, not the website, because I'm looking at it. I got it right there.
Okay.
Took me about 2 seconds.
Well,
I'd say throw that PC right out the window and get a new one.
yeah, I could try that.
That
All
might
right.
work.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, good luck.
All right.
No, it's not us. It's this guy. It's well, maybe it's his ISP. Maybe it's his PCP. Maybe it's his. Who the hell knows what it is? He's having some problems. 5670560. Let me give you a piece of advice again. Any of them pop-up ads, don't ever get sucked into those. No matter, and Eric told me it's not, I'm dumb. You know, it's not anybody else's fault. I'm dumb. I told you how I got sucked in and had to change my American Express card because I actually, one of those things that says it'll speed up your computer. And it's got all the flashing lights. And Eric has told me this in the past. He said, don't get sucked in on that because the fancier it looks, he said, it's so easy to set something like that up. A 10-year-old kid can do it. And it looks very authentic and very exciting, and it's going to do this. And then in the meantime, all they do is get all your information. Then they, buy a house on your credit card, buy a bunch of crap, buy a lot of drugs. 5670560, pound 560. A call from Indianapolis. Hello.
Neil, do you have Mike Davis on your list?
Mike Davis. Who the hell's that?
He's the guy who replaced Bobby Knight at Indiana.
Oh, is he bad?
He is the absolute worst.
All right.
He just wants to use Indiana to try to get into the pros.
Does he beat the kids up a little bit?
He beats the kids up a lot bit.
Oh, good.
And,
well, they're used to that. They like it.
If I could have one more, Tyrone Willingham at Notre Dame.
Tyrone Willingham?
At Notre Dame, the coach at Notre Dame.
That's his name, Tyrone?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to be schmitting me. No wonder they're losing every game.
No, sir, that's his name.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Neil.
Have a great day, Pally. Tyrone. Boy, you got a coach named Tyrone. You are not headed for touchdown Jesus, I'll tell you that. What? No, you don't say it. Don't say it, okay? Just calm down. You're on the wrong show for that, okay? Just calm down, Pally. Oh, look at this. No jail for oral sex on sleeping man. This is amazing. Now, what is this from? Is this like from some authoritative news source that somebody just sent to me? Where the hell is this from? A gay man narrowly escaped a jail term today for performing oral sex on an unsuspecting, sleeping straight man. Michael Brett Coulter, 36. This must be, I see, it's Australia. It's down under. Michael Brett Coulter, 36, the manager of a government apprenticeship scheme from Shaler Park in Brisbane South, pleaded guilty in the Brisbane District Court to sexual assault with circumstances of aggravation June 26 last year. God, they're so silly. Just like the Brits. Same old thing, rubbed off all around that British Empire. They all had, even like the Canadians, I mean, as wonderful as so many of them are, they still got just a little taste of that silliness, you know? Judge Michael Shanahan, in sentencing Coulter to 6 months jail, wholly suspended, said the defendant had caused distress to a victim who was not homosexual. Oh, well, in that case, it's bad. It seems there was a serious aspect to it in that you took advantage of a man who was asleep and who you knew was not a homosexual persuasion, Judge Shanahan. How the hell do you know that? The impact of the offense on him has been significant. He was reduced to tears, and the distressing impact seems to be ongoing. The 21-year-old heterosexual victim who can't be identified was visiting his friend who was Coulter's gay partner. Oh, I see. The trio were planning to take a day trip to far northwestern town of Bryan Bay the next day, and so the 21-year-old was sleeping over. They all played chess and drank before Coulter's partner went to bed. Coulter asked the young man if he wanted to watch a porno video, but he said no and fell asleep. The victim awoke to find Coulter sucking his penis. Prosecutor Michael Lahane said the victim was terrified and wanted to bash Coulter, but was afraid to because he was dwarfed by him. He was just a little guy. Coulter kept apologizing, but the victim left on his motorbike, started crying, and called police when he got home. Judge Shanahan said he was wholly suspending the sentence because of the guilty plea, Coulter's previous good record and the fact that no force was used, and he desisted, whatever the hell that means. The other guy didn't resist it, but he desisted. 5670560. Those silly Australians, man, it's just unbelievable, the kind of crap that goes on. I wonder if Prince Charles was in the room, you think?
Yes.
He was probably doing it. Poor Prince Charlie, man. Just it makes my skin just tingle with excitement about the royal family, because they're all a bunch of perverts and a bunch of hypocrites and a bunch of phony baloney, and they all got their nose way up in the air. You know, they're so much better than everybody else. And that's what you asshole Brits, I know we got many of you listening out there. Thank God you got out of there before it's too late. What a silly-ass place. People are starving to death over there. They got massive unemployment. It's becoming more and more violent all the time. Bad crime. And in the meantime, they got the royal family all running around. Princess Anne and this one and that one and oh, God.
Let them eat spotted dick.
Let them eat crap is what I say, okay? Let them go out there on the fox hunt and let all the beagles out there leave a trail of lunch for them is what I say. 27 afternoon at 560 WQM. If you're looking to replace that tired, old, nasty carpeting in your home, here's a really good idea. Laminates are us. It's the easy, low-maintenance alternative to expensive natural wood flooring. Laminates R Us is the best, the smart place for you to find laminated wood flooring from Peridor, Pergo, Wilsonard, Unifloor, Quickstep, the top names in the business, and all of Laminates R Us flooring is installed by Pergo certified installers who know exactly what they be doing. Here's another reason to call Laminates R Us. Their prices are so low it'll floor you. Right now, get their fall special for just $1,495. Let me say it again. It sounds too good to be true, but it is true. Just $1,495 gets you up to 295 square feet of beautiful laminate wood flooring. Unbelievable. And Laminates R Us will match any legitimate written offer, too. For a free and home estimate, call them toll-free and tell them that nasty old Neil told you to call negative old Neil. 1-877-777-3336. What could be easier? Free carpet disposal, free furniture moving. They give you a 25-year warranty, and you get on top of that years and years of beautiful, easy to care for laminate wood flooring. Call them today, toll-free, 1-877-777-3336.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
God.
Oh, I just got through playing this on the last break, didn't I? That Friends thing. So to hell with it. Well, no, I was busy trying to find something there, and you guys have got stuff differently than the way I have it up there in the DCS. I was looking for Mo Howard David in the Ginger and Neil Gay reunion, and it's under HD. It's under HD for Ginger, or for whatever. In fact, it's not even in here. It's not even in here. You're looking under Ginger. Do you see it?
Mo Gay Union.
Mo Gay Union? Mogan David Union? Oh, you have to be. Who put that in there? Did you put that in there?
No.
Are you going to tell me that George put that under Mo Gay Union? All I can say is...
Oi! Shut up, Derek. Ginger Rogers takes a mouthful of the sausage and Jorge's pants. That pipe smoker and uncircumcised Cupid engage in a bagel dance. I'm a cranky homophobe. Yes. Not that I mind it, but I'm way too old. I fantasize about being in bed in a tryst with Fiedler, my man friend. I'll kiss and make up with Ginger someday. And then ask him to rape my buns over and over again. Though I would not feel remorseful, and I would not be ashamed about a Ginger and Mo Gay union, just boning and stroking away. Boy, Gildy, you're not my type. No. You sound like a 9-year-old kid. Only a macho, manly kind.
You don't notice.
That makes me flip my wig. If Ginger was a lover of mine, I'd bury my bulbous veiny nose inside his pimply rear end. Rectum. No, I would not be a sport hoe.
No!
If I was not a closeted fay. That's why a Ginger and Mo Gay union would make me feel giddy and gay.
Everybody follow my bouncing balls.
Yeah, Ginger and Mo Gay union would make my sore old bony ass feel safe. If we had a Ginger and Mo Gay union, then he wouldn't have to get me raped.
12:35 at 560 WQM. Happy Wednesday to you. We got our big 1 to 2 comedy bits hour coming up at top of the hour. You really thought I was going to stop doing that? That was going to drop that? That's the only thing that's gotten me this far along the road of life. It's coming up with that brainstorm. It's a magnificent way to separate the halves of the week. Don't you think? Yes, you do. Robert Scheer writes in the LA Times, this article's on our website, by the way, in a democracy, liars can never be liberators. And as usual, Robert Scheer is
absolutely correct, sir.
He says it takes stunning arrogance for a president to invade an oil-rich, politically strategic country on the basis of demonstrable lies, put his favorite companies in control of its economic future, create a puppet regime to do his bidding, and then claim, as George Bush did last week in a speech, that this is all a bold exercise in spreading democracy. Iraqi democracy will succeed, and that success will send forth the news from Damascus to Tehran that freedom can be the future of every nation, the president said. The establishment of a free Iraq at the heart of the Middle East will be a watershed event in the global democratic revolution. Bush even invoked the blessing of a divine power, the author of freedom, suggesting that he's not merely an overambitious imperial president, but rather a modern Moses armed with smart bombs and Black Hawk helicopters come to liberate an enslaved people. Bush presents his vision as bold and new when it is nothing of the sort. His predecessors in the White House similarly claimed the mantle of democracy as justification for establishing American dominance in the Mideast over the last half a century. They used lies and secrecy in the lives of young Americans to create, nurture, and protect dictatorships that serve narrow U.S. interest above the needs and rights of their own people. His buddies at Bechtel, Halliburton, and the giant oil companies have been ripping off the profits of Mideast oil for decades while seeking and gaining protection from the CIA and whatever other parts of the U.S. military-industrial complex were needed to prop up our guy, the dictator of the moment. Despotism in the Mideast, flowered on our watch, often succeeded by fundamentalist or nationalist regimes of great violence, or both, such as the Shah of Iran, for example. Every Mideast despot exists only because his power has proven tolerable to economic interest that former Halliburton chief executive Dick Cheney and his defense industry-friendly counterparts in the previous Republican and Democratic administrations have placed at the top of the American agenda. Democracy is the most wonderful notion ever conceived, but Washington considers it a dangerous threat when the people in fledgling democracies vote against U.S. interests. That's when the CIA steps in, as it did in Iran in 1953, overthrowing democratic secularist Mohammad Mossadegh and launching Iran into decades of madness. Or how about the cynical support under Presidents Carter and Reagan of the fundamentalist Mujahideen in Afghanistan, which morphed into the Taliban and Al-Qaeda? The CIA gave these freedom fighters shoulder-fired rockets, perfect for terrorism, and Ronald Reagan declared a day of national support for them in the U.S. Unfortunately, as the quarter of the century has proven, we've neither the means nor the will to bring democracy to Afghanistan. People make their own history, and although the U.S. can help, it can't impose it. Bush is not really interested in meaningful democracy in Iraq, just as the U.S. wasn't in Afghanistan or earlier in Iran. In Iraq, the U.S. will not tolerate any opposition to the U.S. occupation. But that excludes democracy, which will not cater to the whims of U.S. foreign policy. Meanwhile, the chaos and bitterness of post-war Iraq continues without a break, all the more tragic for its predictability. In fact, we wouldn't be in such a mess today if the president had listened to his own father. Trying to eliminate Saddam, extending the ground war into an occupation of Iraq would have incurred incalculable human and political cost, co-wrote the senior George Bush in the 1998 book A World Transformed. Furthermore, we had been self-consciously trying to set a pattern for handling aggression in the post-Cold War world, he continued. Going in and occupying Iraq, thus unilaterally exceeding the UN mandate, would have destroyed the precedent of international response to aggression that we hope to establish. Had we gone the invasion route, the U.S. could conceivably still be an occupying power in a bitterly hostile land. Unfortunately, because of George W. Bush, it is just that. Democracy cannot exist without truth and genuine self-determination. A liar cannot be a liberator if the flowering of democracy is truly the end game. Robert Shear in the L.A. Times, he's one of the best. 21 till 1 at QAM.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Rosie won the case. There goes the fat dyke. She won the case. It's over. Hey, Rosie.
Rosie O'Donnell can't believe she's gay. A big fan of the WNBA. Rosie O'Donnell, it must be a ruse. For all of these years you claim to love Tom Cruise. Certainly you must realize we knew it. Honestly, it's not that big a shock. If you and Ricky Martin were to do it, it'd be a crock
for both of you.
Rosie O'Donnell gave up all the lies. Now I hope Nathan Lane admits he likes guys.
Boy, the way some of those end, don't you? Just like, ah! It's 12:44. The good news is Rosie O'Donnell, she won. She won no money, though. The judge awarded no damages on either side. Not exciting? So it's over. We got to move on to something else. Let's get back to Lacey and Scott Peterson. What do you say?
No.
Huh? How about Elizabeth Smart?
No.
Jessica with that book?
No.
With those pictures that Larry Flint's hiding?
No.
See, why would anybody want to see Jessica Lynch naked? Huh? She is a little, I don't want to knock her because she served her country and yada, 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 and she never stole a freight train, all this other stuff, and they used her to lie a whole lot. And at least she had the integrity to say, hey, guess what? That was all a bunch of crap. I'm no hero. Although I would like to make some money with this book I'm peddling, which she's entitled, I guess. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. What pro or college coach or manager was the absolute worst of them all? I still don't care about sports, you schmuck. 116 of you said that. Thank you. 27%. Dave Wanstead, though, is leading the pack. Dave, I wouldn't be unpacking anytime soon, okay? If you got any, boxes, any cartons that you brought over from the West Coast on that trip a couple of years ago, just to leave them in the attic. Dave Wanstead's got 80. Rich Kotite, 44. Terry Murray, 29. Gary Faust has 20. Who the hell's Gary Faust?
I think it's
Notre
Jerry
Dame?
Faust with a G.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No wonder I don't know who the hell that is. It's Jerry Faust. Jerry Faust. Oh, I hope Eric's listening right now. But he's still, regardless of the spelling, he's still getting 20. Can you imagine if we spelled it right? David Shula's got 18. Wayne Fontana, 14. Barry Switzer, 14. See, that whole David Shula thing, it's kind of reminds me of Jay Sears. What?
Who's that?
Gene Sears and Jay Sears and then Brian Sears. Sometimes the talent skips a generation. So maybe some of the brainstem, Shula's grandchildren would be great football coaches, just like, what's his name? Gene Sears was a good harness driver in the Harness Racing Hall of Fame. His son Jay Sears, who's a nice guy, never stole a freight train, couldn't drive his finger up his nose, and his son, Brian Sears, is the best.
All I know is Jackie Moe.
All you gotta know is Jackie Moe and Jackie Lee. Don't forget about him. Barry Switzer and Wayne Fonts each have 14. We're trying to forget about Jackie Lee. Perry Clark's got 13. Lou Holtz is up to 13. Nice going. Renee Latchman has got 10.
Bill Latchman.
Dave Campo, 9. Dwayne Sutter, 6. Ray Handley's got 5. 5 for Magic Johnson. And Bowlesy. John Bowles got 5. Nice going, Bowlesy. The Bowlesmeister. Charlie Pell with 4. Monty Clark, 3. Dan Devine, 3. Ron Rothstein, 3. David Bliss, 3. Pete Rose, 3. Buddy Ryan, 3. And one measly Beasley vote for Bum Phillips, Lou Saban, Joe Walton. Duffy Doherty finally got 1. Ray Perkins 1. And Kevin Lockery's got 1. And no votes yet for Walt Michaels. Bruce Kozla. Bruce Kozla got no votes, Scott.
Amazing.
Not yet. Mike Davis, none. Tyrone Willingham, none. Jeff Torborg, none. Bob Wade, none. And poor Terry Brennan. That's good. Leave Terry Brennan alone. Let him rest. He's probably dead, wouldn't you think?
By now.
Oh, yeah, I think he's be dead by now. And if not, the Pope will put the fix in. No votes for him out of 433 for poor old Terry Brennan, who was just about crucified right there on the campus of Touchdown Jesus. Because he couldn't win no goddamn games. And if you don't win no games, how come Boston College is not, even though it's a Catholic school, they don't have the same degree of fanaticism. It's not like they don't have their own TV network. It's not the same thing as Notre Dame.
They're all Sox fans.
Huh?
They all followed them.
I'm not talking about their fans. I'm talking about the whole mentality of the institution, the organization. Huh? But Notre Dame is like the armpit of this Catholic fanaticism right there in South Bend, Indiana. I've been there. You don't want to go there. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, no, how you doing?
Pretty good.
That's good to hear. First of all, I got a question on that article you read from Australia. Was that Mo?
That was Mo, yeah.
Okay, good. First of all, I got.
Well, actually, when the guy was doing him, the guy woke up and he said, "You Mo?"
I've got Dickie V.
Dickie V, Dick Vitale? He was a bad coach?
He's a bad coach and a bad whatever he is. I just can't stand him.
He's an asshole. He's obnoxious. I agree with that.
End of story.
But was he really a bad coach?
Yeah, he wasn't. You know what? He didn't do right. That's why he's not.
He didn't Dudley do right?
Basically. And I was thinking Lee Corso also.
He's on there. Lee Corso's on there.
Beautiful thing.
He's doing small potatoes. Okay, thank you. Should we put Dick? Yeah, let's put Dick Vitale on it just because we don't like him. I know that's bad. I don't even know where he coached. Do you?
No clue.
Oh, I think you ought to put that just on an endless loop.
Bill Latchman.
Yeah. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's a call from Sunrise. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have one to help color up your poll. Ray Rhodes.
Lee Rose? Ray Rose.
Yeah, he coached in Philadelphia, won about 5 games.
Oh, Ray Rhodes.
Yeah.
Like Dusty Rhodes, right.
Exactly.
Now I got it.
Yeah. So he should add some more flavor, him and Tyrone.
All right. We got it, man. See ya.
All right.
Ray Rhodes. No kin to Dusty Rhodes or Randy Rhodes. Here's a call from Weston. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Neil,
Yes.
I like the experience you have with the limo driver the other day.
You what?
The experience you have with the limo driver.
See?
Well, I'm Greek, I'm not Spanish.
Oh. See?
And I
See
know you
this?
fly out of G at Miami.
Yes.
Next time you fly out, stop at the Burger King there and be my guest.
Be your guest with what?
I give you good food.
Oh, at Burger King?
Yes, Burger King, the Pizza Hut at the bar.
Oh, I wouldn't eat that stuff with your mouth.
Oh, well, you have a drink.
Okay. I'll have one of the nice waters. Thank you, amigo. Oh, Burger King. I wouldn't touch that, not only if it was free, if he paid me $50 to eat a Whopper. Well, all depending. 5670560. Well, that's a nice guy. He's a Greek guy. Boy, I wonder how much he smeared them to get in there, huh? In the airport. You got to know the right people. You got to smear Mayor Pinga Pequeña. You got to grease them all up and have a party in his pants. You do, otherwise you don't get in. Yeah, the limo driver kind of let me down. I'm glad he mentioned that. Thank you for calling, amigo, even though you're Greek. Hey, you habla español, huh? I'll see you at La Carreta. La Carreta. By the way, don't go to La Carreta in Amsterdam. It sucks. I already told you that. That's really a bad place. They give you meat. The cow is still crying by the time they put it on your plate. I ordered my steak medium well, and if that was medium well, I hate to see what, rare looks like a pool of oozing blood. Looks like the Godfather made a visit to the farm is what it looks like. Khartoum. I'm not going to race him, though. Oh, now, you know what this is going to be? See, you never learn your lesson. I do, though. Coral Gables, hello. Coral Gables.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Okay.
Dickie V coached at University of Detroit.
Oh, the University of Detroit.
Detroit.
Was he good or bad?
He was bad. He didn't win.
Excellent. We'll put him down.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. See, there was a good call from the Gables.
Mark
right
that
off.
down.
What?
Mark that down. Good call from Coral Gables.
Yeah, mark it down on our diarrhea. Okay, I'm going to... I want to show you something in a minute. See what I mean about crazy people that you can't chase away? See that? See, I don't know why they bother continuing to send those, because I don't look at them when I know who they're from. I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you off the air. I'm not interested, okay? When I tell you, don't fax this, don't call me, go away, that's exactly what it means. Which word didn't you understand? The only one I'll make an exception for is my good friend...
Bill Latzman.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. I apologize to my close friend Eric, who's doing a great job up there. At least he's happy we're doing that 1 to 2 comedy bits hour, because then he won't have to keep looking for these faxes with more and more of these damn horseball coaches who all suck. And let's hear it for the man who put the dud in Dudley. Dudley Do-Right, Rick Dudley last night. Nice going, Rick, baby. And best of luck in Jersey, you'll need it, in that coma style that they play with. Boy, I hate watching the Devils, man. Oh, it could put you to sleep.
The trap.
No matter who the coach is, no matter what's going on there, it's that Lou Lamoriello. He must be pulling the strings behind the scenes, you know what? He must tell them all, just put him to sleep. Yeah, that's got to be it.
He's pulling it all right.
Trap is crap. He's yanking it. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Don't forget, speaking of yanking it, Miguel will be at that place tomorrow, whatever it is. I'm sure he's going to give me, you're going to give me a sheet on that or what? When, a week from Sukkot or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Well, why not? Well, that's on our thing. I'm not going to wait for him. He's just, he's overburdened. I heard a lot about that today. He's overburdened. Poor him and Doreen. We have to have more people in our promotion department because these two poor young people have been just overwhelmed with work, starting with a damn whole thing with a World Series, and from there on in, they haven't had a moment to even diddle each other. And that's why Miguel is smiling. Miguel will be tomorrow, Thursday, November the 13th, noon to 2 at the Marine Max Boats. Marine Max Boats. 700 South Federal Highway, Pompano Beach, okay? You don't have to go there and buy a boat. That would be nice. They'd appreciate it. But the QM van will be there, and you can pick up our Best of Neil merchandise, as in... See, now, most of these, I noticed this time, don't work like that.
That'd be funny.
You know what I mean? If you hold your finger down on the button. The other ones, the Mad Dog ones did.
Will Campbell and Rapey. Absolutely. This is better than sex. This is better than sex.
I'm trying to get to the one I like.
This is better than sex.
And that's not it.
You asshole. You asshole. You asshole. You asshole. You asshole.
Nice going, Mo. So you can get one of those, one of them Mo Howard David keychains, talking about himself again. And you can get our Best of Neil CD 2002, 2003, which has all kinds of really great stuff on it. And we wish you could get that other stuff, but you can't. So anyway, Miguel will be there noon to 2 tomorrow. Here's a call from Pompano. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jim Andich is going to kick your ass when he comes in there if you don't put Butch Davis on there.
Butch Davis?
Butch Davis.
Butch Davis. Say it right, man. Okay.
All righty.
Thanks, Pally.
Have a good one.
And say hi, Butch Davis.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, work on it, Sarah. Butch Davis. Oh, man. Was he a bad coach? Not at UM, he wasn't, was he? Didn't they win like a championship under Butch Davis?
They sure did.
He's a bad coach in Cleveland because he got a horseball make-believe team that, there are no more Cleveland Browns. He's coaching a phantom team that don't exist, Butch Davis. I do enjoy, though, watching Dennis Erickson take it up the old butt and Butch Davis. Watch Jimmy Johnson with those horrible, horrible years that he produced here after opening up a big mouth, You
can watch Dennis Erickson take it up the butt next Monday in Pittsburgh.
Oh, man! Like I said, if Scott says it, he's full of crap. Boy, the Steelers are so bad. Now, don't tell me, because I know what the hell his name is, but I have a mental block on the coach of the Steelers. I just cannot stand that man. He's always got that look on his face. Give me a clue what his name is, please, real quick. First name.
Bill.
Bill, I have no idea. What is it?
Bill
Bill
Cowher.
Cowher. Yeah, what a coward. Bill Cowher. I know, I have mentally blocked it out. I know what the hell. Believe me, I know my crap. But he's always got that look like, like somebody just took a crap on his shoes or something like that.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
It's a phenomenon.
I see, this is what happens when I'm here. When I'm in Toronto, technically everything is stupendous, okay? Maybe once in a blue moon I have some kind of operator error. But here, I got this one on my shoulder doing this, and that one's on my shoulder doing that, and sign this and stick this up your ass.
It's the Heavy Metal Concert of the Year. Heavy Metal Mania. Featuring the king of heavy metal, Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow with special guests. Ozzy Osbourne. Bush. Linkin Park. Barry Manilow and friends. Heavy Metal Mania. Get your tickets now. Barry Manilow rocks. Barry Manilow kicks ass. Barry, I love you. Barry's the bomb.
Charged with a felony, shot lots of people in suburban D.C. Sniper Muhammad, his trial set to start. He had people jumpy when they heard a fart. Monday morning went to get some ammo. Tuesday he goes shooting with his son. Wednesday they get busted by the police. They found the gun. Sniper Muhammad, part of a psychopath. And we won't be happy till he's in the chair.
Retirement just wasn't my style, so I began working nights down here as a janitor in this old office building. Yeah, just to keep busy, I guess, because it pays below minimum wage. But anyway, hey, there's the big cheese now. Hey, how you doing tonight? Hey, working kind of late, aren't you?
How you doing? Yeah, having a pretty tough night.
Yeah, well, good night.
Night.
Yeah, you gonna watch the game tonight?
Yeah, I went across the street. Free pizza, beer night over there. I've had a pretty tough day. I thought I'd just watch the game with the fellas over at the bar.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm just going to listen to it on this old radio here. The antenna's kind of shaky.
I'm looking at a big screen color TV over there. It's the best picture I've ever seen. Yeah, big screen color. Great picture.
I heard it is. Well, I'd sure like to be there. Well, I got all my work done. And
oh, really? You're all done?
Yeah, you suppose maybe I could...
Well, I'll tell you what.
Maybe I could...
I got my BMW in the garage. I got a Blaputnik radio in there. I can pick up the...
You can drive me?
Anything. No. Tell you what, I'll give you my car keys. Why don't you clean out my car? I got a wicked stain in the back seat. Yeah, I've got some stuff in the trunk and clean it up with. Simonize it. I'll be back in about 2 hours, and maybe I'll bring you a piece of pizza. Okay, Dad? Well, Dad, listen, thanks a lot. Here are my keys, and be careful not to scratch the car, and I'll be back in about 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah, I gotta watch
You're not going to bring... Well, you ungrateful... Esther said you were a worthless second son of a... Hell, you can't be my son. Nobody's that ungrateful. You breath... I'll take your... stained BMW and run that mother right into the damn river, you worthless.
Nothing gets someone's attention like a good string of profanities.
Pig-faced.
This message brought to you by the National Cursing Foundation. And remember our motto, go f*** yourself.
white folks hate the black folks, and the black folks hate the white folks. To hate all but the right folks is an old established rule, but during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, Lena Horne and Sheriff Clark are dancing cheek to cheek. It's fun to eulogize the people you despise, as long as you don't let them in your school. Oh, the poor folks hate the rich folks, and the rich folks hate the poor folks. All of my folks hate all of your folks. It's American as apple pie. But during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, New Yorkers love the Puerto Ricans 'cause it's very chic. Step up and shake the hand of someone you can't stand. You can tolerate him if you try. Oh, the Protestants hate the Catholics, and the Catholics hate the Protestants, and the Hindus hate the Muslims, and everybody hates the Jews. But during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, it's national everyone smile at one anotherhood week. Be nice to people who are inferior to you. It's only for a week, so have no fear. Be grateful that it doesn't last all year.
I'm going for my Picking Up Dudes merit badge.
I want to be the leader of the Beaver Patrol.
I want to hike and camp and shower with all the other little boys.
You know something, folks? The Boy Scouts never used to be about sex, but now all that's changed. Hi, I'm Admiral Sanders, spokesman for America's #1 juvenile paramilitary group. If you're a little bugger whose hormones are just getting out of hand, for boys or girls, then I want you to join me in the scouting experience. We've changed.
A scout is trustworthy, loyal,
horny,
and we want you
alone,
in a tent,
wearing khakis.
So just remember our motto.
Be prepared
to run like hell if skinheads show up.
And get your cute little keister down here today.
Oh! Virgin Mary! Virgin Mary!
Now the Pope depends on you and the powers you possess. Since you saved his life with your flying scissor knife, he's got a job for you to do. You have a brand new style too. We love the way you flaunt your due. With the big V on your chest and bulletproof skin-tight dress, defending those who are oppressed. Who's with the speed of a gazelle, sends the bad guy straight to hell. When a building starts to glow with your image, then we know you're crushing crime with one mighty blow.
Jackie Wiedemeyer. Molly Peacock as Ralph and Alice Titelbaum. And Ed Norton as Moishy Myrmelstein. In The Cockabooner.
Well, you're gonna be late for work.
I ain't going to work.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. I ain't going to work. They're blowing up buses left and right. You know what it's like driving up and down to Gaza, not knowing if you're going to blow up? You want me to get blown up, Alice, huh? You want me to get blown up?
The only thing blown up on you is your puppet.
How'd you like to dance the horror on the moon?
I can dance the horror in your pants.
I know why you're the merry widow. You don't love me. You never loved me. You fell in love with my yarmulke.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, what do you say there, Alfie boy?
Oh, hiya, Marcy.
What's the matter, pal? Why so glum?
She's just upset because I don't want to drive the bus no more.
Well, I can't say I blame him, Alice. I mean, Maya bought it yesterday.
That doesn't mean it's going to happen around.
Don't you understand? I can't do it anymore. I'm scared.
Well, you can always join us, denizens of the deep.
Maybe you're right, pal. But what do I know about taking foxholes?
Just bury a sandwich. He'll start digging.
You're a Machaya, Alice. A regular Machaya. Come on, Moisey, let's go.
Yeah, all right, pal.
Wait a minute, Ralph. Here, you might as well take your new lunchbox.
Okay.
I'm going to Mitzi's.
Yeesh, what a grouch.
You ain't kidding, pal.
What do you say we take a look in the new lunchbox?
I tell you, Moisey, one of these days, bang, zoom.
When I'm watching basketball on TV, one man is annoying me, yelling words of nonsense, Dickie V. And when someone goes baseline, he starts screaming things so nasally, screeching like a banshee, Dickie V. Dickie V. Dickie V. Dickie V, yeah, Dickie V. He should shut his pie hole, Dickie V. And when he is on camera, the glare from his head is blinding me. Where did this guy come from, Dickie V? Everything is awesome, and everyone's his BTP. Wish he'd keep his trap shut, Dickie V. Dickie V. Dickie V. Dickie V. Yeah, Dickie V. Giving me a headache, Dickie V. Dickie V. Dickie V. Dickie V. Yeah, Dickie V. Really is annoying, Dickie V.
11 after 1 at 560 WQM. It's our big, thank God, 1 to 2 Wednesday hour. I mean, we need it bad. What pro or college coach or manager was the absolute worst of all time? And as usual, when you take a survey, we had a whole bunch of people out there who don't get it. They don't understand it. Did they get it?
No.
Will they ever get it?
No.
No. They should get it. I still don't care about sports, schmuck. 124 said that. Dave Wanstead, 88. That thing just popped in there, by the way. Nice going. Rich Kotite, 47. Terry Murray, 29. Jerry Faust, 23. I think we spelled it wrong. David Shula, 19. Barry Switzer, 16. Wayne Fonz, 15. Lou Holtz, 15. Perry Clark, 13. Rick Campo, 11. And Renee Latzman, it's got 10. Everybody else single digits. Small potatoes. If you've got like less than small potatoes on your head, if you have no hair like in the middle, or like maybe if you have a gigantic bald spot called the top of your head, Charles Alfieri is the best in the world. You can go messing around with those silly hair pieces. In fact, you can wind up looking like, what's his name, the Dudley Meister. Yeah, with dandruff in your wig. Or you can look great from Charles Alfieri with his natural hairline system. He's been in business for over 25 long, excruciating years, working to help guys get their hair back. And no matter how much money you spend, whether you're a billionaire or just some kind of a schlepper like the rest of everybody else, you can't get a better looking head of hair. And the secret is it looks like the real thing, like it's grown out of your scalp, as opposed to that muskrat dot on my push look. You wear it for 30 days. You get Charlie's famous guarantee. If you don't love the way it looks and feels and smells, if you're not getting more action than you can handle, Charlie will give you a full refund. So you have nothing to lose but that grotesque, shiny, bald spot. And be sure to mention Neil Rogers when you call, because it means for you an extra $200 off the already low price. Call today and get your hair back from Chuck Alfieri, the one and only. Call toll-free 1-800-321-2413. That's 1-800-321-2413. Or get more info on his website at charlesalfieri.com.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Junior, honey.
A soap opera like nothing you've seen before.
Excuse me, esteemed father.
What is it, my child?
I have something I must tell you.
What is it, my daughter?
Oh, father, I am afraid to tell you.
Afraid to tell me, your own father?
I fear I will bring shame upon our family.
Nonsense. I am your father. I love you very much. You must tell me what is wrong.
You promise you will still love me?
Of course, my sweet child. A father's love is not erased by a simple misdeed.
Very well. I I am pregnant.
Oh, I see.
Do you still love me, Father?
Of course I do. But since you're pregnant and not married,
Yes, Father?
I'm afraid I must drag you down to the town square and, with the help of my friends and neighbors, stone you to death. Yes, my daughter, it is written that this is the punishment for what you have done.
Could you check again, Father? That I should only be grounded.
No, grounding does not work. I must have you stoned.
It's the first soap opera that focuses on a fundamentalist Middle Eastern family.
May I speak with you, my esteemed husband?
What is it, my wife?
Oh, I have something to tell you.
I am listening.
I am having an affair.
Oh, I see.
Where are you going?
Oh, out to the backyard to collect some stones.
Oh, do you mean...
Yes, I must drag you to the town square, where you will, of course, be stoned to death.
You'll be mesmerized as you follow the lives of the Ahmed family and how they deal with the many problems that plague them.
May I speak with you, my esteemed father?
Yes, my son. What is it?
Oh, Father, last night I used illegal drugs.
Well, what do you know? You are one lucky boy.
Oh, why is that, Father?
You are going to get stoned 2 nights in a row.
You won't want to miss The Guiding Shiite. The Guiding Shiite is shot on location in Baghdad, Iraq.
Hi, this is Kimberly Plummer, KABC News, with a one-on-one interview with gubernatorial hopeful Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me,
I
Mr.
apologize.
Schwarzenegger. What do you apologize for? I'm not following you.
For everything, Kimberly Plummer, KABC News. I'm sorry to the people of California.
For what? Those bad movies you make?
No. Although, if you don't like them, I'm sorry, Kimberly Plummer, KABC News. I'm sorry for this.
You just touched my boobies!
That was a demonstration, Kimberly Plummer. I'm sorry.
Well, don't do your demonstrations on me, Mr. Schwarzenegger. I am here for a serious interview with you.
I apologize. You're very whiny. Go ahead with your question.
Well, you're very touchy-feely.
I apologize.
Excuse me, but did you just touch my ass?
That was a demonstration, Kimberly Plummer, KABC News. That's why I want to apologize to the people of California.
And I believe you should.
I'm sorry.
I see you have a problem with women.
I don't have a problem with women. I like to touch them.
Excuse me, but we are not an object.
May I see your anteater?
My what?
Your anteater. May I see it?
I don't think I have an anteater.
You have an anteater. It's right here. That's your anteater.
I can't believe you just put your hand...
I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh! Do it again. Yeah, good for you, Kimberly Plummer. You want me now, don't you?
You're a perv.
Let us have your anteater. Ow! I'm sorry. I apologize.
You are disgusting.
I want to be the governor. Here, pull my lever. Vote for me.
Ew. Why is it purple?
I eat grapes. I'm a grape eater. Pull my lever.
Rectum.
punch a card full of holes. But their method of voting, some say it is bad. They have more than enough candidates. They don't need one named Chad. Welcome to the Recall, California. Such a crazy race, such a crazy race, such a crazy place, such a crazy place. What will go wrong in the Recall, California? Will the winner be clear? Will the winner be clear by this time next year? Welcome to the Recall, California. So many on the slate, so many on the slate. No one can keep them straight. No one can keep them straight. When they're done with the Recall, California, no matter who they choose, no matter who they choose, the Golden State will lose. Welcome to the Recall, California.
Estuvo muy bien aquí.
All right. Miami has the Dolphins. They're the worst football team. They flub the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. They're on the ground, that's where they'll stay. They're never in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking toilet bowl, 'cause they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Don't bet on them, you'll always lose. They don't know how to tackle. They don't know how to block. Their coaches ought to tell them to put Bengay in their jocks. Then they would run much faster, and even in defeat, when we go to the stadium, we'll see Miami Heat, and they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. The team that hasn't got a clue. Miami has the Dolphins, but the Dolphins have no fans. Just 50,000 assholes sitting in the stands. They watch the game and all they do is moan and gripe and bitch. I wonder how Joe Robbie got to be so goddamn rich. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. I hear the crowd begin to boo. The Dolphins have Jay Fiedler. That quarterback's a Jew. Run down the field and he will throw a pass over you. He'll never win a Super Bowl. You shouldn't be surprised. When he gets cut, that doesn't mean that he was circumcised. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league? 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Jay calls his signals in Hebrew. The Dolphins have no defense and their offense is a joke. Like George Bush eating pretzels, you know they're gonna choke. They'll always disappoint you when they're in a playoff race, with fewer points than pockmarks on Huizinga's ugly face. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. Oh, what the hell, 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, now they're through.
126 at 560 WQAM. We got the Mad Dog.
All right.
Coming up at 2, the Humper at 4, and then after that, well, let me tell you right now about your carpets. If they look pretty nasty, if you haven't had them cleaned in a long time, you can open up the Yellow Pages and you'll find a whole bunch of carpet cleaning names. Many of them, by the way, you'll get a, this number has been disconnected because they're out of business. They come and go like crazy. Dry Concepts has been here for like almost 25 years in town. They've been cleaning my carpets over 20 years in my house, and there's a good reason, because they're the best in the world. Nobody comes close to the job they do for you. So before the holidays come around, before all those pain in the ass of people start coming down, get your carpets looking just like brand new, smelling lemony fresh, and believe you me, they're dry in a couple of hours when they finish the job, and you won't even believe that it's the same old carpeting. It looks like you just had brand new laid on the floor. Dry Concept technicians know their crap, and they also do the same stupendous job on your oriental rugs, on your area rugs, your drapery, all of these things. So bring your carpets back to life just in time for the holidays by calling the good folks, the experts at Dry Concepts at 1-800-248-5071. And don't forget, each and every time they give you a written guaranteed price up front before they start the job. 1-800-248-5071. Call today and see how you can save 15% on your next carpet cleaning, too. Dry Concepts, don't forget, clean today, you can entertain tonight, and check them out on that wicked World Wide Web at dryconcepts.com.
My and local. This is Sports Radio 560. UAM.
It's the all-new CNN Crossfire. Sitting in for Paul McGallum, Ozzy Osbourne. And sitting in for Simon Bar Sinister Novak on the right, Ted Nugent.
Yes, is it true Tom Ridge had to step down because he would never pass a Senate confirmation regarding his close ties to Enron?
What kind of mouthwash does the president use to wash Saudi sand off his tongue?
Coming up tonight on Inside the Behind the True Hollywood Celebrity Music Biography Profile Story, we take a good, hard, stiff look into stardom. Bananarama. Here in America, they had nothing more than a minor impact with their songs Cruel Summer and Venus. But in Britain, they had 23 top 40 singles and were named the most successful all-girl group in history. Which leads to a very important question. What the hell is up with Britain?
Look, I'd really rather not talk about it.
After a Sun reporter broke a 2-decade silence about the dirty facts England was hoping to keep buried, British ambassador to the UN, Nigel Clenchworthy, made this statement.
Vis-a-vis Bananarama, we're ashamed. We're embarrassed. Can you not just leave us in peace?
Inside the Behind took to the streets of England to find out how this smarty-pants, we're so much better than you country could be so filled with clueless losers who have no taste in music.
Excuse me. Can you talk to us about how you people thought so highly of Bananarama?
No. Bob out of it, nice. No, darling. I want to talk to them. Please, tell everyone we're not all this way. I'm quite fond of the Bangles, really.
But when our camera crew went to a London pub, things got ugly.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Care to apologize for Bananarama?
Sure, mate. Soon as you apologize for Christopher Cross.
Oh, God! You mean sailing takes me away?
Yeah.
Okay, now, hang on, guys. Hang on. No.
Well, you have to admit, Christopher Cross has left us with a lot to answer for. Oh, God. It's a big, juicy, sopping wet look at show business. Tonight, on Inside the Behind. Ugh.
Get me a ticket for an aeroplane. Got to get on the Wheel of Fortune game. I just got to win. Spin the wheel again. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Bankrupt? What do you mean bankrupt? I don't care how much money I got to spend. Can't stand to look at Pat Sajak again. Won't throw in the towel till I buy a vowel. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Hey, man, what do you mean there's no effing phone? Vanna, pick me a letter. No one does it any better. I dream about you. Hey, Vanna, is that an all-over 10 or what? Vanna, I don't understand why you make $100,000. Not for me to say. Anyway, get me a ticket for an aeroplane. Gonna be on the Wheel of Fortune game. I just got to win, spin the wheel again. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Go, Vanna, go, baby, go, all right. Hey, get out of my face, Pat. Is that a toupee? Hey, is there an L in that word? Is it lowrider? All right, lowrider. Forget the letter, man. I'll take Vanna White. You're beautiful, baby. You and me could play the home game. Got me a ticket for an aeroplane. All right, I'm on the Wheel of Fortune game. I just love that sound. I'm in the bonus round. Hey, Vanna, pick me a letter. Lose a turn. Hey, Pat, lose this. Vanna, pick me a letter. No one does it any better. I dream about you. All right, that isn't all over 10. Vanna, I don't mean to stare, but are you wearing underwear? Not for me to say. Anyway, I don't care how much money I got to spend. Can't stand to look at Pat say Jack again. Won't throw in the towel till I buy a vowel. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Please, Vanna, pick me a letter. All right, I'm ready to pick, baby. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. That should cover it, huh? All right, I'll take the sofa, the blender, the microwave, the refrigerator. Hey, man, Pop, what do you mean $500 for a black and white 5-inch portable TV set? You got ripped off, man. My brother-in-law can get it for you wholesale. Give me the money and I'll buy the TV set, man, all right? Hey, Vanna, come on, baby.
Darn it, I told you, don't bother me while I'm in here.
Hi, sir.
Hello?
It's Mickey Mouse.
Oh, Mr. Mouse, good morning. How are you?
What the hell are you doing to me?
Nothing, sir.
You're freaking killing me.
No, I'm not.
I got David Kelly calling me every 3 minutes. Why did we move the practice?
Sir, you told me to move the practice.
I didn't tell you what. You must have misunderstood me.
No, sir, you said move the practice to Monday.
Hey, listen, butt wipe. I'm the boss. I make the decisions. You take the heat.
Right.
You move the practice.
Okay.
How we doing with it anyway? Hold on.
Right.
Remus.
Yeah, boss.
Shut the hell up. I'm on the phone, Remus. Hi, sir.
Yes, sir. What was your question?
I'm telling you, I'm going crazy over here. Between David Kelly and now Michael Jackson calling me every 3 minutes, I'm going to go out of my freaking mind. Hold on. Remus!
Can't hear you, boss.
Stop it, Remus!
I'm sawing the floor, boss.
Stop sawing the floor, Remus! Remus! What's this in my hand, Remus?
That's your penis, boss.
My other hand, Remus.
Oh, that's the phone, boss.
Right. I can't hear anything, Remus. Stop sawing the floor.
Sorry.
Hi, sir.
Sir, the moves are working out very well. The practice is fourth in its time slot and moving
Fourth in its time slot? Christ, are we even beating the WB?
Barely.
Oh, my God.
And the Michael Jackson thing was a rating success.
Of course. Hold on a second. Remus.
Yes, boss.
What the hell are you doing with a harmonica, Remus?
Playing a little song for
Well,
you.
don't play it, Remus. I'll jam that thing down your throat. And get that bluebird away from me.
Oh, come on, Bluebird.
I'm allergic. Eisner.
Sir, over 25 million people saw
Shut up, Eisner. Listen.
Yeah.
You see me, what I'm doing here?
Sir, you're on the phone.
I know I'm on the phone. Do you see what I'm doing? Use your imagination for crying out loud. I'm moving my hands up and down, side to side. I'm the puppet master. I say it, you do it. Now Fox is going to air all the stuff that you cut out of the Michael Jackson interview.
But sir, you told me to edit out all that stuff to make him look like a freak.
Puppet master, me. Idiot. Oh. Remus!
Yes, boss.
What the hell are you doing now?
Fixing the floor, boss.
There's nothing wrong with the floor, Remus. What's this in my ear?
That's your penis, boss.
My other ear, Remus.
Oh, that's the phone, boss.
That's the phone, Remus. Get out.
Come on, Bluebird.
Get out. Eisner?
Yes, sir.
Killing me. Killing me.
I'm sorry, sir.
Killing me.
Sorry.
Killing me softly.
21 till 2, so CNN's having a nervous breakdown. U.S. operation underway at Baghdad.
Building, and then again on Monday.
And they're like blowing up some building that the lunatics have been using to,
1,000-pound bombs were dropped. Also on.
Let's have a few more than 500-pound bombs. What do you say?
Oh!
All right. It's called Emancipation by Decapitation. That's the only way to go. 20 till 2 at 560 WQM. Big news. Hallett Pontiac GMC has just been voted number 1 Pontiac GMC dealer in Dade County in customer satisfaction. Number 1. Can't get much better than that. Just ask me. Tom Lehman and Joe Prieto want to thank their loyal customers for their support for these 35 long, astonishing, breathtaking years. You believe it? Stop by Hallett and check out the Pontiac Vibe, normally retailing for over $20,000. Buy it fully loaded for just $16,500 plus tax and tag. It's kind of like Brian Greasy. It's fully loaded. Hallett's your truck headquarters with over 300 to choose from, including the Yukon and the Yukon XL. Is that what it's supposed to be? XL?
XL.
See, I don't know, because Bob Eisenberg won't change the copy and he won't pay any attention. And he won't give us any money for abandoned pay rescue, so you better not come anywhere near the studio, him and Todd Dreck. And coming soon at Hallett Pontiac, the new Envoy XUV, the most unique SUV on the market anywheres. Great Neil deals waiting for you today, tomorrow, next Easter, every day at Hallett Pontiac GMC, 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 across from the Falls, open every day, 7 days a week. If you want more information, you know what to do by now, I hope. Call the Neil Rogers Neil Deal Hotline, toll-free, 1-888-534-4211. That's 1-888-534-4211. Keep in mind, all offers subject to credit approval. See the good folks at Hallett for details. That's our good, close, personal paisans at Hallett Pontiac GMC, who beyond the shadow of a doubt are professional grade.
My and local. This is Sports Radio 560. UAM.
2, 3, 4, more bombs drop.
Oh!
5, 6, 7, 8, more bombs drop.
Oh!
9, 10, 11, 12, more bombs drop. We're gonna drop the bomb around the clock. We're gonna drop 10 bombs and make them dead. Blow that rag right off their head. We're gonna bomb around the clock tonight. We're gonna bomb, knock out their lights. We're gonna bomb around the clock tonight.
All right.
Here's a real gun bomb, so have a blast. We're gonna shove that holla up your ass. We're gonna bomb around the clock tonight. We're gonna bomb, knock out their lights. We're gonna bomb around the clock tonight.
They stopped the boys. There was an old farmer who lived on a rock. He sat in the meadow just shaking his fist at some boys who were down by the creek. Their feet in the water, their hands on their marbles and playthings, and at 4:30 there came a young lady. She looked like a pretty young creature. She sat on the grass. She pulled up her dress and she showed them her ruffles and laces and white fluffy duck. She said she was learning a new way to bring up her children so they would not spit, while the boys in the barnyard were shoveling refuse and litter from yesterday's hunt, while the girl in the meadow was rubbing her eyes at the fellow down by the dock. He looked like a man with a sizable home in the country with a big fence out front. If he asked her politely, she'd show him her little pet dog who was subject to fits. And maybe she'd let him grab hold of her small tender hands with a movement so quick. And then she'd bend over and suck on his candy so tasty made of butterscotch. And then he spread whipped cream all over her cookies that she had left out on her shelf. If you think this is dirty, you can go yourself.
This is Rush Limbaugh, servant of humanity, talk show host, hemorrhoid sufferer. Folks, at over 300 pounds, I know the agony of this kind of dilemma. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you there's help. With new Preparation Rush and my Rush to Excellence suppositories. Now you can end the pain and itching of hemorrhoidal tissue. Just look for my picture on the box of suppositories and the applicator tube. Another fine product from OIB, the Obesity in Broadcasting Network.
My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours. My beliefs are what's required to avoid a lake of fire.
advocate bigotry and racial hate. My religion's better than yours. My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours. What we like about it best, I fondle boys and wear a dress. My religion's better than yours. My religion's better than your religion. My religion's much better than yours. We have no respect for women. Drive a cab to make a living. My religion's better than yours. My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours. Chupacabra, spooky ghosts, we slaughter pigs and dogs and goats. My religion's better than yours.
My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours. Yeah. We wear beanies and pigtails and never ever pay retail. My religion's better than yours.
My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours. We knock on doors to bother you like Fuller Brush to spew our views. My religion's better than yours.
My religion's better than your religion. My religion's much better than yours. We wear ties and ride our bikes and get to marry lots of wives. My religion's better than yours.
My religion's better than your religion. My religion's better than yours. We don't want to use our brains. We're mindless lemmings on parade. My religion's better than yours.
My wife left town with a banana. Love's a rotten deal. Found that yellow devil hiding in her purse. He's cold and he's hard, but he's got appeal. I hope it never happens to you. Some fruit breaks your marriage in two. My wife left town with a banana. My baby's slipping away. Town with a banana. I'm a jealous man. She found a 6-inch Latin lover. Now she does the tango with her right hand. And right now I could just die. He's eating my banana cream pie. My wife left town with a banana. My baby's slipping, my baby's slipping, my baby's slipping away.
151, look at that. We're dropping a few una bomba grande, or maybe a pequeña on Baghdad. We're knocking out a few buildings. That's all. There's some of the buildings involved in the attacks by the bad guys, the evildoers, and so we're like, when in doubt, we're taking them out. Hope there's no collateral damage, if you catch my drift. You know what I mean? Pain in the ass bystanders. Anyway, on that poll, which pro or college coach or manager was the absolute worst of all time, I'll give you the double-digit ones, okay? Renee Latchman, 10.
Bill Latchman.
Magic Johnson and Dave Campbell, 11 apiece. Lou Holtz, 15. Perry Clark, 16. Wayne Fonts, 16. David Shula, 21. Barry Switzer, 21. Jerry Faust, 24. Terry Murray's got about 30. Rich Kotite, 52. Dave Wanstadt is the wiener man, 99. And I still don't care about sports schmuck, 133, 25%. A quarter of this audience are trying to send a message. Like Joey Zaza, you know, they don't give a crap. Here's something I give a crap about, Pompano Park. That's right, their 40th anniversary season is going on right now. And by the way, Dick Feinberg, what about Eric Adele? Huh? I see what a night he had. Nice going, Eric, baby. Good Michigan boy. Man, oh man, Dick, you better get with it. Anyway, Pompano Park with the live harness racing tonight and 4 nights a week now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. First post time, a new post time is 7:05 p.m. And don't forget, the poker room is now open noon to midnight every live racing day, including tonight. Pompano Park also has your simulcasting every day and night, 7 days a week, with the best in harness, thoroughbred, highlight action from all across North America, for you not only to see, but plunge your lungs on. That's every day. And every day also at Pompano Park, free general parking and free admission. And new this season at the track, 20% increase in purses, a nightly giveaway of a $400 betting voucher, and a revamped free Power Play Rewards program that gives you points either for betting on the horses or playing poker that you can redeem for special gifts and betting vouchers. And tonight being a Wednesday, every Wednesday at the track is Dollar Night, dollar draft beers, hot dogs, sodas, and much more. Pompano Park, don't forget, live racing, and the dining room is also open on the 6th floor, top of the park. Live racing 4 nights a week at 7:05, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Pompano Park is located a block south of Atlantic Boulevard on Powerline Road. 954-972-2000 is the number to call for the new race schedule, or check it out online at pompanopark.com.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Oh, God.
Excess is done. Without you, the hits were none. And scoring beats you did for fun. Kylie Minogue was one. Living no more. Hung yourself on a hotel door. Got off, we know that for sure. Huddle on the floor. Played with yourself. Why did you go and hang yourself from the door? Cancel the tour. There's one thing we know for sure. You'll asphyxiate yourself no more. Should've got a whore. Played with yourself. Why did you go?
That you're in luck. You stole our all-star game, 'cause your own sports really suck. You got dogs, sled runs, you shoot moose with guns. What a way to entertain. And you fish for ice, you think hockey's nice, 'cause it's played without a brain. Ooh, Canada. Oh, nausea. Give me my all-star game. I want it back now. 'Cause baseball in Canada makes me a blow chow.
Bye, bye, bye. The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Screw the listeners, screw the advertisers. That's our motto. All right.